then there's minor gods, which is at the bottom of the god spectrum. There's no in between anymore because all those guys got wiped out during like the Dragomaki and several other wars and such.
Okay. Well,
that does make me wonder if any of the Thanatarian gods fall in combat. Could I get their spark?
A spark is something that can be absorbed, yeah. Now, you don't know the methods in which are needed to absorb a spark, but that's why the gods are coming here in the first place. So basically what he was saying is that every single god that dies to the god, like to the hands of another zodiac, will then one day become a new zodiac pantheon higher god that we'll have to fight in the future.
Okay.
So we want to try to help keep the gods alive.
You do, but the problem is these are fucking Dracos, just like he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the higher gods, the upper echelon of the gods within Thanatar have the same power level as a Draco, but they do not have that experience behind them. It's like saying that you have the same stats as Diomedes, but you're fighting Diomedes.
Okay, so the best we can hope for is not letting any of them die, leading up to the divine showing up.
Yeah.
And try to keep them at 100% the best we can. That way they have the best chance against the Dracos when they actually show up.
Yeah, because the Dracos, like, the gods that are coming here from, like, outside the dome, they will be coming less in number. But just like he was saying, that experience is a huge factor. The fact that they're so experienced in fighting, like, intense wars and battles is a huge dividing factor between them.
Okay. Well. Oof. I guess, you know, that changes things. We just gotta make sure that they don't get spawn wiped as soon as they fucking come. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the Thanatarian gods do outnumber the Zodiac gods that are coming. Like I said, that experience is what's going to make it a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because, you know, it's not just lack of experience in combat, it's also lack of experience in working together, because they all kind of don't fuck with each other.
There's only 2 pantheons in Thanatar that have even remotely fought near-peer wars before, and that is the Roman and Greek pantheons whenever they fought early on in their existence, and then eventually unified into the Olympian pantheon. So those are the only pantheons that actually have god-on-god experience. And even then, it's not a lot, because it was a single war.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay, well, I don't know what to say to that. Oof.
Alright, so Thea's kind of just gonna be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Kevin's then just gonna be nodding like, yeah, and he's gonna realize, oh, wait, this is bad, and he's gonna be like, no.
In Morgan Freeman's voice.
In Morgan Freeman's voice.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. This is bad news.
Fuck.
Fuck. But, yeah. So there would then kind of be that silence for a little bit, and eventually he would then say, "Oh, so you have demigods close, not ones from your armies, divines. I can smell it."
How close?
He then kind of pauses for a moment, as if he's trying to guesstimate, and says, 35 miles, maybe more.
Dang, so they are kind of close. You have a good nose on you.
Insurgent force. You'll get it too. Eventually, you'll be able to sniff out the corruption of light.
Yeah. Okay. That was a bit more than how he said it, but okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to smell light.
I can't wait for my nose to get the upgrade, bro. That's like the one. That's the one ability I'm waiting for.
I get sniffer. I could sniffer. I can smell your mom from 50 miles away.
Oh, I guess she forgot to wash.
But to be fair, you could do that with a normal nose.
I asked him, how do I smell? Do I smell good?
He glances over and then nods. Quite good. You smell like a horseman.
Yes. You hear that, Kevin? We
Horse
smell like horse.
woman.
We smell like horse people. I smell like your kind.
He then gestures to the east and says, roughly 35 miles that way. It's an insurgent force, I'd guess about 4 demigods.
Do we know anything about these demigods? Do you know their names or anything?
As I said, I can just smell them. I haven't done any recon. But seeing as how the Morgan stationed you here, I'd imagine it's your responsibility and whatever other allies have been sent here with you's responsibility to deal with them.
Okay. Well, I'll let some of my allies know, and we'll talk from there, because that really does change things. And Thea's gonna say, I can't, prove if it's them, but I think I have a hunch on who they might be. I worked with them before. I went rogue and left the Divine team.
Yes, the foes that Zariel, the principality, mentioned, correct?
Yes. Deg, Stel, Acheon, them.
Well, I imagine you can take them. You are a horseman now. Meaning that your rank has been far elevated above their own. Horsemen are made to kill gods. This is good training for you.
Thea's gonna think, I don't know if I'm gonna kill these guys, perchance.
Hey man, you might be overestimating me a little bit, okay?
Thea's gonna look.
It's like, hey,
Are you sure
I
about
appreciate the
that?
confidence guy, but
I fought with these dudes before, and saw y'all the draconic emperors fight against them. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty powerful.
Thea's kind of like, oh yeah, you might be overestimating me a little bit. I fought with these guys before. He would then say, yes, and they've likely gotten stronger since you've met them.
I mean, that's not really
But
helping,
still.
but yes.
It's like, that's not helping you. You're not making me any more confident that this is going to go my way. He would then continue by saying, but still, last you saw them, you weren't a horseman. You were a frail girl with a dream.
Damn.
And a lot of betrayals under your belt.
Damn. Freya's gonna look at herself and look at Kevin. Frail? Frail?
Frail's like, he didn't call me frail. He called you frail.
Kevin, did you hear that? He called you frail, man.
He'd be like, oh, what? He then looks over at him, and then he seems to kind of get that fire burning in him for like a split second, and then he meets his gaze, and he's like, he's like a level 100 horseman. I'm like a level 2 herald. Maybe you guys don't want to do this.
I just can't get over the fact that I would just be looking at myself, looking at Kevin, looking back and forth. Like, what does he mean, frail?
What does he mean by that?
I'm pretty sure we didn't change that much in physicality. What do you mean?
What do you mean by that? To be fair, you actually did. I think you got like fucking 5 times stronger.
But I mean, I was all frail.
4 times stronger. Yeah, you got 4 times stronger than you were whenever you became a horseman.
I mean, but I'm sure I would kind of like you look the same and stuff. Maybe a little bit more defined or something like that.
I don't think he meant you looked frail. I think he meant you were frail comparatively.
No. I don't know what he's talking about. I can bench press Kevin.
Brother, you can bench press Kevin.
I can try.
Yeah, actually, you probably could.
Yeah, Kevin. Thea's gonna...
Oh, also, sorry, this completely escaped my notice, but I just updated your combat stats because you've been using magic more, so I updated that to reflect it.
Ooh,
you just passed Gojira in combat.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. Hell yeah, motherfucker.
I know you were aiming for that, so I wanted to let you know since I just saw that you passed him.
I just opened the battle chart. I mean, let me see this shit. Where is the fucking green man? Right there. Is it true? The day has finally come?
The day has come.
I am better than Gojira? Yes!
You are.
He should suck that by 4 points. He should stick that shit up his ass, motherfucker. Hell
And to be
yeah.
fair, you were below, and you just now started using magic. But by using magic, you brought up your hybrid combat and your magical combat, both of them. So you did actually just shoot above them.
Hell
So
yeah.
my magic is why I'm really high in hybrid combat.
Yeah. Hybrid combat is basically your ability to use a bunch of different combat styles in quick succession to each other. So the more you're switching between them effectively within like short periods of times in combat means that you're really good at hybrid combat because you're capable of handling yourself basically like switching on a dime to a different fighting style.
Hell yeah.
Yep, my hybrid combat is my highest at expert. So
Yeah. But like I said, completely off topic. I just noticed that happened,
Fuck yeah.
so I wanted to let you know.
Cool beans. Fuck Gojira.
All right, so he would then kind of pat your pauldron like, you got this, give you a stiff nod, and then mount his herald again, and he then start to trot off into the distance.
Oh, Thea's gonna look at Kevin and say, "We don't got this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fight him." I mean, Kevin, do you remember when Dia fought? I think it was Deg and
Jag, yeah.
yeah. You remember that, Kevin? You remember what we had to go through?
Kevin nods like, motherfucker, I've seen these guys fight.
Yeah.
That man was flying.
Well,
He didn't have wings.
Thea's gonna say, "Well, I guess the next thing we do is tell Dia and see what he has to say."
It's like, hey, Dia, I think we're fucked.
I think.
Yeah, we got some friends visiting.
You
They
know,
aren't good friends.
Some old friends.
Dia, I think we played our part in this war. I think we gotta
I
dip.
think it's time to leave. We gotta go.
You know, I mean, I know the Morgan placed us here, but I don't want to die today, so it's best if we just go.
Really, I like our chances if we run.
if we use flee, we might make it out safe.
you see,
Out of all the abilities at our disposal, I think flee is the best one.
I want to put this into perspective, right? We are waiting on literally 2 avatars of zodiacs to come here. 4 demigods appear, and Thea's like, "Yeah, maybe I should just leave."
She's like, well, theoretically, I imagine Thea's like, well, you know, we won't be actually directly fighting the gods, you know, like the other gods will be fighting the gods. But right here, ooh, actually, fuck.
Oh yeah, you know, I don't know.
These aren't your normal demigods. These are some of the best of the demigods that they know. So
I think literally one of the biggest scaling feats that they have is the fact that they went toe-to-toe with Draconic Emperors.
Yeah.
And this was before. This was in the past. Like he said, they've almost certainly gotten stronger because they have been running solo ops this entire time. And
Yeah.
demigods do not have a finite cap on their power until they reach the power of their parent.
Fucking.
yeah, and Stag, he was a beast.
Deg was a fucking monster, and the worst part about Deg is the fact that he's the son of Atsu, which means that he is the son of literally one of the only other dyad zodiac gods in fucking existence. So his cap is the upper limit of fucking Atsu's dyad form.
Hey.
Yeah,
Shit.
he was the most strongest out of all of them.
Well, where is Dia? Does Dia know?
Yeah, Dia's in the encampment tending some of the bruises that he got whenever he fucking threw hands.
Okay. I'm gonna, get on Kevin and we're gonna like go into the encampment and like slowly trot up to Dia.
Dia will glance up and say, Thea, I trust your wounds are healing well.
Yes, my wounds are healing fine. I come with news.
We're fucked.
well, we're fucked.
Well, we need the wounds to heal quicker because we're fucked.
You got news from our mutual friend? He asked.
Mutual as you mean horseman? Then yes.
No, what?
Yeah. Hey, Galen, are we like outside right now? Or are we in a tent?
You guys are outside of the heir's tent. He would go back into his command tent and such. Which
Okay.
all their command tents, since they're from Venera, they're all groomed to dampen sound so no one can hear you from the outside.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna tell, Dia, unless we're already in the tent, but I just want to.
Yeah, he just walked in and then you
Okay.
followed, I'd assume.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, Thea's gonna say, yeah. I was told that a horseman was outside the gate, and wanted to meet with me, and had some news for us. So, yeah, I don't know how to put this. 35 miles that way, he smelled 4 demigods, of
Smelled?
yeah, he has a good nose. Apparently, that's one of the upgrades you get, man. Like, a good nose.
You can just smell demigods? From
Um,
35 miles?
I guess
What
so.
does
That's
smell like?
I don't know exactly.
The way he worded it was the corruption of the light. So
He said they smelled like the corruption of the light. I don't know what that smells like. I don't know what fragrance that is. But
I imagine bad, probably.
yeah. And I think you and I both know who these demigods are.
You think it's Dag?
I mean, it would make the most sense. I did kind of, like go rogue and leave them and stuff, and they're probably still salty about that. So I would assume.
And whenever I was in that head of that deviant, quite terrible place, mind you, but whenever I was in that deviant's head, I also saw that the Morgan mentioned Deg's name, which means that he has been operating in Thanaton.
Yeah. And the horsemen said, they probably have gotten a whole lot stronger since the last time we fought them. So that's
Are
great.
you kidding me?
Yeah, that's great. That really, sparks me to fight them because they've gotten stronger. Like, I'm glad he told us that.
How did he get stronger? Look, he seemed like he was pretty capped. He was already a buff guy. What did he do? Start doing pull-ups?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, probably did pull-ups, maybe.
I don't know. I don't.
100 sit-ups.
I mean,
I 10-kilometer run every day.
I don't really know how demigods build their power, but maybe it is pull-ups. I'm like, all I know is that he got stronger.
And I'm gonna look at Kevin like, do you know how he got stronger?
Kevin has his head in the tent flaps, and he looks at you as you kind of look at him like, you know, and he goes. He's like, nah, I don't know, bro.
I guess we don't know how they got stronger. Kevin doesn't even know.
If Kevin doesn't know, then none of us know. Thea says.
Almighty Kevin, all must bow to Kevin. If Kevin don't know something, we're fucked.
Also, Peyton, it has been roughly about 2 hours since the fight, so you can deduct 200 stam that you used. So Thea, you'd be back up at full.
Ooh, I'm full. Hell yeah.
Beowulf, you'd be down to only consumed about 200. Regis, all of your Ruben is good. Thea also, Jesus, Thea used a lot.
Dia can't get too comfortable. We're about to be right back in it.
He used half his stamina.
Yeah.
And Beowulf used on the upper end half his stamina. Beowulf used on the lower end. And Shashiri Galen.
Oh, well, okay. I can also. Well, Shashiri should be at Zilch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. But yeah, Dima didn't say we're going to need to assemble a team. We'll have to keep it in the family, so to speak. I don't think that's really going to be easy if we just deploy actual demigods from the Greek forces. But we also need to make sure Jason doesn't die, so Diomedes doesn't hunt us down after.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that still means I have to leave some of the combat-effective emperors here. I think we might be dangerously low on manpower.
Well, the horseman is staying here to make sure I don't die. So, that's something.
Well, if he didn't come with you, I'm afraid he might want you to handle it himself or yourself.
Yeah. I'm just saying, he's here. But yeah, he probably won't join us. But he's here. He stayed. So, that's something, I guess.
Dia's gonna telepathically knock on Regis' skull. Can I come in?
I got pizza.
It seems we have a visitor, Kamul.
I don't want to come in.
I go ahead and let him in.
Alright. Kamul would refrain from throwing him out like a bouncer. Dia would then say, Regis, we need you.
Oh dear. That doesn't bode
I'm
very
afraid
well.
that the majority of all of our assets at the moment are either deployed on important matters or quite drained from our fight with Heracles. We could use somebody fresh.
Recruitment process.
Wouldn't it be looked at rather weird me being around?
Oh, don't worry. We're not going to actually be in the encampment. We're going to be 35 miles east of the encampment.
Dia can kind of sense that Regis narrowed his eyes at specifically 35 miles east.
That's oddly specific.
You see, we have some invaders. Think of it as an insurgent team here who want to probably do something dastardly horrible before our main enemies arrive.
Space invaders.
Since you said invaders, I take it they're part of the team that we're trying to fight against.
Darth Vader?
Absolutely. They absolutely are. Think of this as a test run so you can get used to fighting people from our world.
Still ridiculous for me to believe that there's a world outside of here, but she said it, so it must be true.
Exactly. We should trust them, Morgan. In fact, she sent you here to help, fight against them.
Getting thrown in.
They're here, so...
Yes, you must learn how to fight the people of our land. Yeah, fucking demigods is first thing you fucking learn to fight.
Your first opponent, demigods that fucked up Draconic Emperors. Let's go.
Yeah. I would say this is a great start for you.
Regis is definitely a bit in thought for a moment. He's kind of wondering, how he's going to get his actual men to go home. Or not go home, but go back to the Troy encampment and...
Just ask nicely.
Well, I mean, they were already kind of set on going back, or at the very least not trying to go into the encampment.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that they won't try and come with me. And I don't need them to come with me.
They're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, they will.
But we'll have cannon
Just
fodder.
say... But we'll have cannon fodder.
You're gonna
People would then suggest that you should just tell them that you need to go consult with a spy that you acquired within their encampment, and that you'll meet them back at the Troy encampment. For now, they need to go there and warn Hector to not attack yet until you return with intelligence.
I'm not returning with any intelligence. I don't think that's
yes.
gonna be...
Dia would say that he can provide some intelligence. Just get
You're
them
fucked.
to go away.
That's the
I will turn to address my group. I will meet all of you back at the camp. I need you to go warn Hector and tell him not to attack. I am going to go meet up with a spy that I acquired within their ranks. And I will return with intelligence that will be worthwhile for the
got that
actual
team
attack.
intelligence.
There's then kind of some silence for a moment, and then Mark says, "Did you sleep with somebody to get out?"
No, someone wants to sleep with me
No,
to get
Mark.
out.
Mark, shut the fuck up. Go.
Someone, drag him back.
Kayleer would then say, enough. The boy wants to hide something. Let him hide it. Come now.
Dang. They called you a boy, not even a man. You gonna take that?
Hey, Kayleer's basically Regis' father, okay?
Yeah, but you're a man. You ain't no boy.
But I'm a man, Dad.
Hey, Kayleer
Don't
was
call me a
dog
boy.
I hate you, Dad.
Men don't have to call themselves men. Boy.
All right, so the Witchers would then break off, and Regis, I assume, would start to move in the direction of 35 miles east of the Greek encampment.
In my head, back to Dia. I'll meet whoever you're sending there.
Me.
I'll meet you there.
Me. Nice.
Oh yeah, did
Alright.
Aeneas ever actually make it back? Or did he run into
Yes,
my people?
Aeneas did.
Anus man.
He did not run near people. Yeah, Aeneas is back there, and he is regaling Hector with stories of the Greeks in the form of.
Seems very
Then
interesting.
Hector's like,
What happened to this dude? What did they do to him?
That's what
This
happens
used
when
to
you
be one
suck
of
too
our
much
greatest
cock.
warriors.
This guy was one of the strongest. What the fuck happened to him?
And then
Hector's
One
already
tournament in the
second
Brokeback Mountain.
Hector's already second guessing attacking off of Aeneas alone.
yeah, I don't know how we're
Alright.
gonna fix him for when the cards actually show up.
I need you to take this Listerine mouthwash real quick and use it intensely.
Because
All
we
right.
can't even get him the shit potions. Because that is
So-
magical.
Galen.
Dia's gonna contact Beowulf. Telepathically, of course.
Yeah. I imagine Bale got his helmet, wiping dirt off and putting it back on, and
Beowulf's like, ooh, pretty helmet I find. Beowulf, we need you. Huh?
You got mail.
Beowulf is like, do I even want to know?
No. But we need a blunt instrument, and you're the best one we got. 35 miles east of the encampment.
Dang. We need someone not too smart, but who is very strong, and you're that person.
You're that guy.
Beowulf looks at the encampment with binoculars.
He looks
in.
west.
That way.
That way? No, Beowulf, that's west. That's south. That's not even remotely right.
Honestly, I could see this happening and Beowulf doing it just because he doesn't want to go.
Just because he's fucking with Dia.
Beowulf's like,
But yeah.
but the other way, safer. Beowulf will start be headed that way. He makes sure he's ready for something.
A party.
All right.
Surprise party.
Dia would then grab his armor and he'd start to put it back on after he just took that shit off.
Dang. Yeah.
Oh, Galen, I do have a quick question.
Mhm.
Battle chart next to our strength. What's that number?
Wait.
Next to your strength, where? Oh, out there. Yes, that is your weight. So I have a formula to determine how heavy you are and proponent to the exact amount of muscle mass needed in order to pull off your strength feats. So the combination of how fast your combat speed is and how much weight you have is how much striking power and energy you put into a target whenever you hit that fucker.
I got you.
So yeah, you weigh almost 1,000 pounds.
That's
But
Man, I step on the scale. They tell me one person at a time, please.
one person at a time, please. But so Dia would then start to get his armor and such. Beowulf, you were the first to make it there because you were the closest.
Beowulf is just looking around. He got his shield out.
All right, Beowulf, you have your shield out. and yeah, you see nothing. It's very quiet. You're kind of on the edge of like a tree line. There's like this steep slope that goes down into like, kind of like the low-lying wetlands, and then there's a tree line down there.
Can I have had Ragus spectral sprinting to get there faster?
Yeah, I auto made him do that.
Okay.
Kevin and Thea are just trotting along.
Beowulf is tied in with Thea and like using his vision to be trying to scout like what's out here.
Tia would ask if he can ride with you and Kevin because you guys are like faster than him, and he doesn't want to start using stamina this early on.
Hold on. Thea's gonna say, hold on, let me ask Kevin. Hey Kevin, you cool with Thea riding with us?
Kevin would give Tia kind of like the side eye, like, I don't know. Then he'd be like, okay. But only this once though. I don't like anybody.
Okay. Thea is gonna tell Dia. Yeah, he said. Kevin said only this once. He doesn't really like anyone else riding him.
Wait.
But yeah, you can ride.
Doesn't
Tia would nod, like, oh yeah, I get that.
Doesn't Kevin also have that Lucian armor that they got for him?
He does. Thea, did you want to stop by your tent before leaving the encampment and put that on?
Yes.
Because last time Kevin was not wearing his armor and he was thrown into deep end, he started getting slashed up by fucking diabetes.
Yeah. Thea's gonna tell Dia, let's stop by my tent first and get Kevin's armor on, because I ain't trying to get him fucked up again.
Yeah, he'd kind of look at Kevin and be like, yeah, wise choice. Yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, so we're on the way to the tent.
Okay, so you guys go to the tent. Beowulf, you hear a high-pitched whistle on the air.
Whistle?
Beowulf looks towards the whistle with his shield in between him
You
and
see
the whistle.
A bright glint coming out of the cloud cover as then it slams into the surface of your shield, explodes into a plasma energy, sending you flying.
Okay. Oh. Beowulf,
Beowulf's like, whistle.
Beowulf, as he's flying, is going to try to see where it is.
It was a javelin made of vidonite that has been supercharged by solar energy.
Can Beowulf roll for like research to like see if he remembers, or I don't know?
You can't roll research, but you can give me a flat roll.
Okay.
5. Get fucked, bitch. I know you. Oh wait, I'm rolling for you.
Yeah.
Wait. 14. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You think yours is so good because I'm rolling for you.
Hey, big lad, you didn't take my roll.
I can't roll.
That's a fucking 1.
Dang.
All right, so Beowulf hits the ground and rolls over himself a few times, says, "What the fuck?" in his head, and then Beowulf hears in his head from Atlas, yes, the Sun Man. And then he remembered, he's like, oh, right, the demigod guy, that fucking, he's the son of the sun god, and that means he can imbue his fucking vidonite with, like, in solar light, and then turn him into fucking bombs whenever he throws them.
Beowulf in his head,
Yeah, you didn't fucking warn me!
I was stayed away. You got closer.
Dia then thinks in his head that's exactly why he didn't tell you, because then you would stayed away. As you hit the ground, you would then see Stell come out of nowhere with his fucking right hook coming right at you as you're rolling.
Beowulf is going to try to throw up his shield and grab the ethereum hammer to try to hit Stell.
Alright, Beowulf throws up the shield, and then through the transparent surface, he can see as Stell's fist makes contact with the shield. Instantly, there's a shockwave that blows out, shattering the ground beneath you guys, as you both are sent flying apart from each other due to just the sheer amount of energy that had nowhere else to go except for into both of you guys.
I'm not gonna lie, once Ragus
is running, and Ragus is...
Yeah, he's gonna immediately skid to a halt.
He's like, what the fuck? Kamala says,
Beowulf is
lost.
Beowulf, oh dear.
No,
Leave me with whoever else is gonna be here. They need to know what's going on.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're lost. I think this is what we were supposed to.
No. Ragus, we're lost. Turn right. That's the right direction.
The GPS telling you to turn right.
You know what? I think you have a good idea.
Please turn right.
All right. As you are blown away, Beowulf, you'd hit the ground, roll over yourself into kind of like all that debris that's laying around you and bouncing off the ground. And you would then see as Actaeon sprinting through the fucking debris, holding his axe high, and he's about to come in with that fucking right swing.
Anthony, I bet you wish you got back to me on that shield. And I don't remember who Actaeon is or any of his heritage, so...
Actaeon is the son of Gaki, the god of monsters, truths, domestication, and animals.
Oh.
Yeah, Taragus is dipping. I don't know what you expected.
So Rhaegar starts running into the lowlands.
Beowulf is going to block him while
No, I'm not actually dipping. Whenever I see motherfucker coming from the sky.
You don't see anybody coming from the sky, but you did see that massive fucking boom that happened on the edge of that huge slope.
Okay. I will actually start to get closer, and I'm readying a shield of. Is it Shield of Kamul or Kamul's Protect?
Yeah, Kamul shield.
No, not the one that throws him in front of it, but no, that would be Perry. I'm readying Kamul to say, hey, you might need to save a motherfucker.
Dakota, I'm gonna probably suggest you might need to end up finding someone to let Perseus know what's going on out there.
Oh.
They're on the way to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't really be.
You want them to take the detour to go look for Perseus?
Well, I was
I'm fine
thinking
with
the way the Greek forces don't go out.
Who the fuck's gonna find Perseus?
He doesn't get found.
That's fair.
He shows himself when he wants to.
He reveals himself.
Yeah, he would probably scout it out and probably keep the Greeks from getting slaughtered.
Just go to the countryside and D and I just yelling, Perseus! Perseus!
Perseus! Beowulf in the background getting jumped by fucking demigods left, right, and center, like, oh shit! Oh my god! Ah! Perseus!
Dad, we need you!
Dad, I need help! I'm being bullied!
Yeah, you know what? That was actually a good idea, Peyton. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that.
Genius. Beowulf, you would then, again, hit the ground, rolling over yourself. You'd then stand back up and everything. You'd see Actaeon coming at you.
Oh.
You got the Ethereum hammer. What do you want to do? Come on.
I am going to try to hit him, block his strike, and have the hammer behind the shield. And come out from behind and hit.
So you then tuck that shit, and then you come up, you then tank that right to the shield. You would then kind of try to leverage off and swing the hammer. You'd see him withdraw the axe and then catch the handle of the hammer with the beard on the axe and pull it offline.
Okay, he's pulling it offline. I want to try to move it down to get it free, and if I can hit him, then hit him.
You start to move it down, you get it free, and then you see him swinging towards the Ethereum hammer, you swinging the Ethereum hammer at him. It's going to make contact with his axe, and then you are hit in the back by a fucking kinetic spear that hits you with the force of a fucking nuke. You go flying.
Oh, man, doesn't let go of the hammer.
If you hit the ground, you do not let go of the hammer. Roll control to not hit yourself with the Ethereum hammer.
Well, control for me, Mr. G-Man.
Nat 20, motherfucker, to your 12.
Dang, you gotta make the Taco Bell
control?
sound.
That's it.
Alright, you smack yourself with the hammer. You are then teleported, I'll say about 60 feet to the right.
Well, they didn't see that coming.
Alright. You would then, as you teleport, you would then see a feminine figure look down at you and say, that's new. Yeah, you don't know this one. You have no idea what to expect from her.
Beowulf looks at her, pulls his shield out of her like...
Bear in mind. side session, this guy said.
Riz the
This is a
huzz.
side session. It's not part of the main storyline, and if you guys succeed, you guys get an extra boon that you wouldn't have had if you didn't do the session.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Riz her up.
That's
Come
how
on,
a
show her
side
your
session
penis.
works. It doesn't mean it's easy. It means it's not essential to the story.
Beowulf, throw off your pants. Maybe she'll get intrigued by your
Intimidate
penis.
You want me to roll for seduction?
Yes.
Send Dakota the drawing of Beowulf's cock.
She would then look down and say, well, Draconic Emperor, I am Vanavia, daughter of Nea. I will be killing you.
So formal.
Does Beowulf know anything about that? Or does that? What the fuck?
Yes,
Vanavia is?
Nea is the dragon goddess, the dyad sister to Atsu. She is the goddess of the moons, ice, along with the dead. There's one other domain I'm forgetting, but those three are her big ones.
Okay, moon's ice. What time of day is it?
It is daytime, midday.
Okay. Okay, moon's. Don't have to worry about that. Ice.
Moons, death, or the dead, and ice.
Okay. Beowulf's going to try to get back up, and he's going to try to be a little bit more careful, like, because he isn't too sure
All
what her abilities are.
Beowulf then gets to his feet, and she stands there, very prim and proper pose, with her hands behind her back as she allows Beowulf to stand. She says, yes, stand. I will not have your clumsiness claim my victory.
Got him.
Beowulf is also trying to use hyper hearing so he can hear if anything's going to hit him in the back.
Everything's around you.
Everything's around me.
You hear so many things moving in on you. Regis, you are just now getting here. You see Beowulf standing there, fucking shield and hammer, with a very prim, proper lady in full armor staring him down as if she wants to kill him because he killed her dog. Maybe she's John Wick.
Beowulf is. Did
okay.
tie?
The
Okay.
other domain is darkness for Nia.
So just don't
Okay.
be black.
Well, this is not
But yes.
corruption.
Yes, whenever Dia was linking up for everybody, he just left the chats open, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, but I don't like it.
Me nor Nike. I run now?
Beowulf's getting
All right.
jumped.
Beowulf
Yeah,
says
I
he's
saw.
surrounded.
Beowulf
Yeah.
says.
He entered the wrong hood.
You smell like a monster, says Achion from behind you.
What kind of monster?
Whatever information Beowulf knows about Achion, he's gonna let Regis know about it.
Alright, he's gonna project that shit to you. Regis, you now know that he is the demigod's son of a god named Taki, making him the embodiment of monsters, animals, domestication, and truth.
Okay, probably shouldn't try lying to this motherfucker.
You can try.
uh,
Go ahead.
Regis kind of thinks for a second, and then he's like, I could see why I smell like that.
Thank you. Quite a good fragrance I have.
He kind of like he lowers his axe a little bit as if he's a bit curious with you, and in the background there's Deg and everyone else jumping Beowulf as he's like,
Beowulf is trying to get a hit in with a three hammer to teleport them away, teleport himself away.
I mean, honestly, to be fair, with Beowulf getting jumped, all he has to do is like keep hitting himself with the Ethereum hammer.
No, it's a chance to teleport him or teleport or not to. So it's a coin flip, really.
Yep. But so he would then say, genetics of monsters. So the base genome of human. Clever. What if I can tame you?
I don't think I want to try that.
Sounds sexual. I'm in.
He then gestures the axe to you and then to Beowulf and says, you with him?
Never met the
No,
guy.
I hate him.
Unfortunately,
I don't know who he is.
He instructs and says, "Guess we're gonna find out."
I'm just taking a stroll through the countryside.
all right, I'll ready my sword.
Pull out your cock.
All right, you ready your sword?
Quinn,
He is then going to ready the axe, and as you go, Quinn, he would then say, "I don't know this magic." You're gonna be fun.
it's very useful.
You should
He
learn it
sprints at
sometime.
you. I'm sure.
Yeah, help?
Nah, y'all got this.
Dale says he gets his hands a little bit busy.
I'm a little busy.
Yeah, no, that was more said to himself than anything else.
Come on,
Somewhat.
Y'all
Come
got
on,
this.
save me.
come on, don't let him make me a pad.
Dad.
All right, he then comes in and he swings the axe wide against you. He seems to be purposely telegraphing. Regis wasn't born yesterday. He knows a fucking purposeful telegraph when he sees one. He
Yeah.
fought the goddamn Undying.
I think I'm just going to avoid and step back.
All right, you step back, and as you do, he would then kind of lunge forward with the top of his bearded axe and then make contact with your chest plate, kind of like a punch with it. It does not break Quen. It instead just kind of pushes you back.
Normally, everything breaks this shit.
It's like a bubble, Akion says.
Oh shit, he's testing it.
It's so bouncy. And it makes you go flying, huh?
Regis is not going to say anything in response to that.
No, you lied, motherfucker.
Yeah. He heard truth and he's like, well, I probably shouldn't lie to this fucker. So he's either just going to answer half truths, full truths, or just not answer.
All right, he is
What you
then,
can say, it might make you go fly.
it's a hypothetical, technically not a lie.
It might make you fly.
Clever. Hypotheticals. I like you. He then throws the axe at you.
I want to see if I can dunk it.
All right, you leave that shit, and then it goes flying past your shoulder. You realize that wasn't aimed directly at anything vital. It was aimed at your shoulder, and would then sail past you and hit Beowulf in the back of the head.
Get fucked.
He didn't say, "Thanks for ducking."
You really hate that guy, don't you?
We all hate him. He said, pointing to Beowulf getting his ass kicked. Thea and Dia are almost there.
Had you have met me a couple of months ago, I might have been willing to fight against him.
What changed?
Keep
A
your
lot,
mouth shut.
unfortunately.
I've seen his penis, man.
Well,
I've come to realize that I actually like that slab of meat. Kind of.
oh, really?
I didn't know you swung that way.
Not that way.
Well, he then holds out his palm, and you hear as the accent starts to go.
Yep, I figured. I dodged.
All right, and then sails over your fucking shoulder again as you tuck that shit as his claim bond then pulls it back to him. He then kind of flourishes it, flipping it in his hand, and says, "Then I guess I'll have to kill you.
Prefer if you didn't.
Or I can tame you. I'm gonna give you a choice."
Tame me, daddy. Tame me.
In the telepathic chat, it's like, guys, this guy's threatening to tame me.
I think I'd prefer if he just threatened to kill me. This is what I don't hear a lot.
He's trying to touch me,
Heard
guys.
this before.
Again, I got a question. Would kinetic sight help Beowulf out in any sense?
Hell no.
I didn't
They're
think
coming
so.
from fucking everywhere.
I didn't think so, but I was curious if it might, if it would, I would turn it on.
So, Regis, he closes the gap.
Let him seduce you just this once.
No. I am not gay. I am
He is
actually
slightly
homophobic.
slower than you.
Take one for the team.
How? I'm
How?
not used to anything being slower than me. Normally, I'm slower than it.
He's stronger than you, though.
Yeah, he probably
I
got
bet.
a better reaction time than you.
Hold on.
And he probably has a
Slightly,
better
yeah.
pelvic thrust than you. Oh, yes.
He has. Hey, yo!
Oh.
Man's prepping!
Oh, he's gonna get tamed.
He
Oh.
said, oh, I'm gonna get tamed.
It started to get warm.
Oh, nips
Yeah,
out.
it's because someone wants to tame you.
Is it getting hot in here? Is it just me?
Sorry.
Alright, yeah, so he closes that gap. He swings low and he's going upwards.
He swings low upwards, coming up like
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
Okay. Swing slow.
A rising strike with the builded axe.
Yeah. Shit. This is much easier to do when you're in front of me and can demonstrate.
Yeah.
Just take off your clothes and bend over.
Yeah.
He'll do the rest.
I hate to reveal something so early, but I think I'm going to drop Quinn and Ard him.
Alright, you then drop Quen and hit him with Ard, and for a split second, he goes, huh? As the wave comes at him, and then he grounds himself, holds out his hand, Ard goes on him, kind of fluctuates around him, and then he extends his hand and blasts
Quen.
you with Ard.
Quinn.
Alright. Yeah, you drop Quen, it would then shatter Quen and send you flying. He says, I like that one! A little bit tricky to domesticate, though, he says, holding out his axe, kind of pointing at you as you're flying away.
What the fuck does he mean domesticate? Come on, what the fuck? What the
I
fuck?
think he means he tamed your spell.
It's supposed to be a feast.
Yeah. Dia, now he is almost to the fight, and he would then say, well, no, actually the domain of Gaki is just domestication in general, not of beasts.
He's dominant.
Yeah, Kevin would then run headfirst into Stell,
Oh,
knocking
God.
him over.
Oh,
Stell would then hit the ground, roll a few times, and then go to punch at Kevin, and Kevin would then rear up and then kick at him. He said, I'm going to directly clash with this motherfucker.
He said, I remember you,
as
but
the
I'm better.
Dia sees this happen as Kevin starts to rear up, and he's like, fuck that, and he immediately jumps off of Kevin.
I jump in the air and I have my shield out and I see Stell and I'm fixing to just shield bash the fuck out of him with the edge of my shield.
Alright, so you would then see as he starts to move in, and then as Kevin and Stell's fist and hoof make contact with each other, you'd see as there is, for a split moment, a spark between their two contact points where it condensed the air so rapidly it turned it into plasma, and then blows them both backwards, Kevin getting the worst end of the deal because Stell did hit him harder.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You
Well,
might need to.
The shockwave would hit you and destabilize you in the air as you were starting to come down at Stell.
I'm going to go ahead and activate Cavalier's Connection.
Alright, you'd activate Cavalier's Connection as both you guys hit the ground in various different points. Neither of you guys are hurt because you're both armored, but that was a big boom.
Yeah.
Dia would then engage Stell and then parry off his spear to give Beowulf a little bit of some fucking ground. That way he can actually get a breathing spot to breathe. Beowulf's like, what the fuck? You motherfucker, you didn't tell me!
You didn't tell me. I got kicked right by his divines.
I had to learn the hard way.
All right. Yeah, as Thea would then be getting back to her feet, I'd assume,
Yes.
Vanavia would then say, Thea, I'm your replacement. Nice to meet you.
Thea's going to think to herself and Kevin, replacement? No one.
Replacement?
No one can
You
replace
can't
me.
replace me, bitch.
Thea's gonna say,
Stella would then start to move on you and Kevin. Vanavia would say, no, I want her.
yes. Thea's gonna say, let the women handle this.
Equal rights, equal fights, but fair enough. But yeah, she would then start to close the distance with you, being very nonchalant about it. She's not quite not taking you seriously, but she just doesn't appear to be concerned.
Thea's gonna say, replacement, huh?
Yeah, you know, whenever you betrayed your oaths and ran away, that means you get replaced.
No shit, Sherlock. I'm glad you're smart.
You're the one that asked the question. It's not my fault the answer was stupid.
No, Thea's gonna say, I never heard of you, so, apologies.
Oh, I've heard of you. You're infamous now. Which isn't a good thing, really. Kevin then stares at you and stares at her like, are we just gonna talk like a bunch of girls over tea, or are we gonna fucking fight?
Thea's gonna say, so, how did you, meet this group of demigods?
Oh, I was assigned here. You know, my mother's Nia, and, well, Dag's father's Atsu, which means we're a pseudo-dyad, making us stronger whenever we're by each other.
Fuck!
Interesting, okay. Thea's gonna look at Kevin. Should we whoop her ass now or whoop her ass later?
Kevin nods his head furiously. Yeah, now!
Okay. Thea's gonna say, well, nice meeting you. I guess we should get to business now. Freaky business.
She then kind of gives you a pseudo curtsy and then say, very well. There would then be a thundering sound in the sky as the clouds start to darken.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh,
Well, shit.
well, sorry. Did you know there was a big battle recently?
Yes, I was aware of that.
Did you know that my mother is actually Queen of the Dead?
Oh no!
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I guess we need.
Regis is currently fighting the man who can dominate better than he can. Shut the fuck up and give me
Well,
the book.
I'm saying we need the waves.
The race ain't gonna fucking matter. She's gonna take control of them. They're dead.
All right, there would then be a thud as a dead body hits the ground after it fell from the sky.
Thea's gonna look at
It would
it
then
like,
kind of
what the fuck?
twitch. And then there would be another thud behind you, and then she'd kind of glance up and say, yes, hail the dead.
Thea's gonna
Anyways,
think,
have fun. She then turns and starts to walk towards Beowulf, who is now currently kind of facing off against Dag and her, and Dia's kind of next to him like, fuck me.
I want to just kind of take a roll to examine these dead with my visor, if I see if I can get anything out of them.
Okay, gotcha. So I got an 8.
Okay, are we rolling like a specific skill here, like research or something?
Yes, that would be focus. And I finally decided how I want the visor to work.
Okay.
The visor will work that in session, you will first roll of the session, you will get your full modifier. But every single time you you use it after that, will add a -1 to your roll in the future of using it.
Oh, okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So basically, if you've used it 3 times prior in that session, you'll have a -3 to your roll.
Okay, I guess that's fair enough. Let me see what my modifier is.
5.
5.
Expert.
So, 6 plus 5. That's what I got.
11.
All right, 11. Yep, you won. All right, so the visor would then scan it and then say Imperious Necrosis.
Well, I know they're dead.
It would then, it's kind of listed out there, and it would then list it out there, and it what briefly explain in very simplistic terms because you're currently in combat. Basically, come to life, super strong, attack once, instantly explode after that attack completes.
Oh, so they're just here to be like suicide bombers then. Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
So one of the hoplites that died then kind of twitches to life, draws his sword, and then sprints at you.
How fast is he moving?
He's moving at roughly 180 miles an hour.
Okay. So since I know they explode on impact, I mean, I don't really want to, fight
They
them.
don't explode on impact. They swing, they attack once,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if that attack completes, they will explode. If that attack misses, they will explode. So regardless what happens, they only attack once and then they die.
So I gotta kind of bait them out, and then
You need to kill them at range.
yeah.
They're basically like bees.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. The visor lists their explosive power to be at 1 megajoule, which for our reference is about a grenade of energy.
I hate these zombies in Call of Duty, man. All right.
You need the ray gun.
Yeah, I need the ray gun, man. Shit.
Call for ray gun.
Ray gun, please. Ray gun. Okay, I will take my artifact bow, and I will load it with, I guess, a scaling arrow, and I will shoot the one coming at me.
All right, you fire it, and since the bow is so powerful, it's actually going to break the shaft as it fires the arrow. But the arrowhead is still moving so quickly, it starts to spiral in the air since it has no flights to actually, fletching to actually stabilize it. But it doesn't really matter. It had so much power, it rips through the bronze breastplate of the Grecian and instantly kills that fucker, causing him to explode. It kills several of the other Grecian undead by him, but you see it's just more and more of these guys are falling from the sky, thudding to the ground. After like a brief few seconds of them twitching, they come to life.
Shit.
Right here might be where you want to use your fire weapon to start whipping these boys.
Yeah. Thea is going to... did Dia ever open like a link with everyone?
Yeah. As Dia was getting in contact with everybody individually, he just left those links open, and as usual, he acts as like the Nexus, throwing information around as needed.
Okay, well, Thea is gonna say, guys, I'm fighting a bunch of undead bitches, and they won't stop coming.
So are we, Tia says, patching you in, as he is also attacking undead as they're getting close, while also trying to parry Deg and working with Beowulf to now also address the demigod, or goddess, that just came in.
Well, fuck. Okay, well...
Vanavia, that's her name. Ragus, you are swung at by Acheon as there's then a thud next to you, and you see a fucking hoplite going... You think he has a seizure, but then you get the intel package from D, and you're like, oh shit, they fucking explode!
Kick him away!
I want to step back, hit it with Ard, and then throw Quinn back up.
All right, step back, and as you do, you see Acheon closing that gap, swinging at you as you're trying to gain a little bit of ground.
I want to move offline and see if I can move to put Acheon between me and the undead.
Okay, so you step offline, and as you try to do that, he then follows you. He allows it to happen, and he then starts to swing at you as the undead then kind of raises Michael Myers style straight up.
Yeah, I want to dive off to this.
All right.
I'm trying to think. I think I will go ahead and just dive off to the side. Thankfully, I've got Quinn up. I never actually dropped it, so.
Mm-hmm. So you dive off to the side, and as you do, Acheon would then throw his axe at you as you see the undead sprinting for where you're diving to.
So I'm going to jump back up, let the axe hit me, and launch me.
All right, you would then go launching as you fly off that slope into the low-lying wetlands far below.
And since I did it on purpose, I put Quinn back up the second it breaks.
Yep. You then hit the ground and roll into kind of the mud, and as that happens, Kamulden says, smart. There would then be a thud next to you as another undead hits the ground, starts to twitch.
What?
He said smart. You would then see up on the hill above, Acheon kind of walks over, and he's fucking silhouetted by the suns behind him, and you can just see his undead start to run down the hill.
Dude, I thought this was our domain, not theirs. Aren't we supposed to have that land here?
Kamul would then say, this is probably exactly why they're such a big threat, because these are like fucking 4 children of these gods, and they're fucking everybody up.
Mm-hmm. I do want to start making a bit more distance between me and the undead.
Okay.
Specifically the one that landed next to me.
All right, so you start to make some of that distance, and as that happens, you would then hear as it kind of goes, wow, as then it jumps up, and then immediately fucking target locks, and then gets up and starts to World War Z sprint at you. You hit it with hard, it instantly explodes, sending debris and shrapnel of his armor and bones everywhere.
Quinn.
All right, you throw up Quen. Instantly, it breaks, but you don't go flying because it didn't have enough energy behind it.
Damn.
Okay, back up to Beowulf. Beowulf, the spear's coming at you. You parry it offline with your shield, as then Dia kind of catches it in that parry with his sword, pushes it off, and then makes it an opening for you to push.
Beowulf is going to. Okay, who is it that? Estelle? Dag?
Dag.
Beowulf is going to try to hit him with basically his fist while still holding the hammer. Since...
All right, Beowulf then moves in with the fist, and as that happens, you would then see as Dag instantly shifts his grip and releases one of his hands, making contact with your fist with his fist. And as that happens, you see as his fist kind of sparks up with a corona of solar light. Both of you guys make contact, and then an absurd amount of heat goes directly into your gauntlet, causing it to go superheated instantly.
Fuck you! Oh, shit.
Adversine Steel's melting point is, I believe, 9,000 degrees, so it does not melt it, but it is red hot at the moment. This had a thermal index of 6,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn. That's pretty hot.
That is pretty hot. For reference, that's 60% of the sun's surface.
Yeah, and the temperature thing is 6,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
For the melting point?
I'm not sure if it's the melting point either, is what it says on my sheet for the armor breakdown.
That means one more strike and your gauntlet's gonna melt on your fucking hand.
Beowulf is going to end up pulling his hand back.
Already, Beowulf is getting burned, but thankfully, because he's fucking part dragon, he does have some amount of temperature resistance, but it is still extremely painful.
Yeah.
Oh shit, and I'm still in my hodgepodge armor. I'm nowhere near as durable.
Well, thankfully, that one wasn't a cleaving attack or anything. It was merely a thermal attack.
Yeah. I wish I had some way. I'm not sure.
Oh, Peyton, all right. I just got to the Adversine Steel breakdown. Its yield temperature is 5,000 degrees. Its melting temperature is 7,000 degrees. So that means right now your yield temperature has been reached, which means your Adversine Steel is half of its normal strength.
Oh, fuck. I was going down here too.
Okay.
Beowulf's
yeah, so as your entire arm gets fucking superheated, Dia's going to grab the back of your gorget and kind of like pull you back and then intercept to try to parry offline and then also back off like, oh shit.
Beowulf is going to boost Dia as he's pulling him back.
All right, as that happens, the girl would then approach and kind of like survey you guys for a moment. Like she crosses her arms and looks you guys up and down like,
I don't like the way that she looked at you, and I'm not even there.
Nothing.
Hey,
Well,
it's just nothing. She then say, wow, how we take them together, cuz? Zach would kind of look at her like doesn't really know how to respond to someone calling him cuz, but regardless, he's going to kind of make space for her to also step up online. They both now get a strength boost because they are dyads fighting side by side.
don't worry, I invoke the power of the Schlanket to help.
Oh.
The J
Didn't see
Schlanket.
that coming. Also, I want to point out, Peyton, Dag is in direct sunlight right now, which means that he is getting his light enhanced boost. So his stats currently is 324,000 for strength.
I think I just need to boost myself so that I am equal.
Hold on. Technically, he'd still be above you. So now he's fighting with his dyad.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
But right now, I'm not even at
Yeah.
200,000.
Ragus!
No.
You are sprinting further and further away as there's just a horde of these things fucking running after you. Actaeon then nods like, oh, that's been dealt with, and he then sheaths his axe and turns back around and starts to approach Kevin and Thea, who are currently bound up with Stell.
Oh god, yeah.
I do send an apology over the network, but I knew if I tried to use all of my wave clearing directly in front of him, he would have done something about it. So I start rapid casting ED on all of these fuckers with Hellfire.
You guys then hear in the distance just fucking a bunch of like cluster bombs going off down in the Westlands.
Makes sense.
Galen, is all these noises, or some of these noises so loud that Hector's hearing giant booms?
No,
No,
Hector's
it's
nowhere near
35
close
miles
enough.
away.
Okay, so Thea, Kevin directly clashes with Stell again. Kevin's gonna kind of slam his head down on Stell, and Stell's then gonna pick up Kevin and fucking body slam him.
Hey, that's kind of mean.
That's me.
Thea's gonna, go in to Stell and she's going to use, what is it? The one that can amp my strikes. Savage Conclusion. She's gonna use Savage Conclusion, and she's gonna just fucking deck the fuck out of this motherfucker.
All right, you go for Savage Conclusion, and as that happens, he wouldn't have enough time in order to dodge or anything, but he does bring up his arm to block it, and Savage Conclusion makes contact. It hits solid, and there's just a massive fucking boom as it immediately emanates across the entire surrounding area, causing the ground to rupture beneath you guys as it kind of has a pseudo-earthquake beneath you.
Damn.
And he just kind of sits there tanking it, and then slowly lowers his arm and looks at you like, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've never one of his abilities could amp his strike by 4 times.
Kind of.
Well,
It was times 4 back then.
Yeah.
He then will raise his fist and start to swing at Thea.
the fucking, I have the shield up, and I'm just gonna try to fucking weave that shit.
Alright, so Thea throws up the shield and kind of like slips it as his fist then immediately swings overhead. You hear the wind of it as it just goes, causing air displacement to kind of whoosh past Thea as she dives underneath the arm.
Oh fuck. Okay, I'm gonna use I'm gonna summon up a fire whip, and I'm gonna fucking hit this fucker and try to hit him in the fucking face.
Alright, as you summon up a fire whip, you would then feel as the control of the fire is rended from your control and just fizzles out.
Well, fuck. Guess that didn't work.
You would then remember that Deg has complete control over any form of fire cast in his vicinity, which is why Draconic Emperor Flames can't work on him.
Well, I'm gonna summon up a wind whip, an air whip, if you will.
All right, you summon up a air whip, but in that brief moment where you had to cast a new spell, Stell is coming around with a mace, and as soon as that happens, Actaeon's going to tackle you, which does save you from Stell's mace, but it also kind of makes it where he can't hit you.
I want to try to go into Ruby Tablet Rage, because I'm dealing with these
All
fuckers.
right, yeah, go ahead and get your roll, please.
Okay.
Got an 11.
I got a 17, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. All right. What is your stats now? That'd be 173. Okay, so that makes you a near peer to Actaeon. He is slightly stronger than you. He is 183.
Dang.
And Stell is still stronger than you. He is 210.
Well, that at least puts me in somewhat fighting range of
Same
Actaeon.
ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're much faster than them though. You go at about 400 miles an hour. Both of them are clocking at about 200.
Oh shit.
Damn.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Hell yeah.
That's fuck boy.
Alrighty, well, he tackles me. I'm gonna try to just like get the fuck up.
All right, so as he tackles you, Thea kind of like intercepts her leg in between his torso and hers, and then pushes him off. Then kind of kicks off the ground and staggers up. as Kevin then immediately runs into Acheon, knocks him over, and starts kicking the shit out of him as he's on the ground.
Question: does Kevin also get the ruby tablet rage?
Kevin is no longer bound to a ruby tablet.
Gotcha. I never actually learned how all
But-
that stuff works.
Yeah, there's basically it's a basic boost to your stats, but there's also a rage format of it because it comes from demon magic, and demon magic specifically of wrath. So whenever you go into rage, it doubles your stats, similar to dragon rage.
And they also lessens your lifespan.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't really matter because Dia stopped people's aging, so they're pretty much fine.
I need to keep up with my stamina here. Did I use any stamina to go into Ruby Tablet Rage?
Nope, that's completely free.
Okay.
And I've been using your stamina for you when you've been using abilities.
Oh, well, thank you. I love you, Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton's going pretty good about that.
I love you, Daddy.
Regis, you are completely clear of all the fodder, but you still see several of them landing up on the hills above where the fighting's taking place.
Motherfucker. Alright, I start making my way back up, get ready to wipe out more hordes.
All right, you start to make your way back up, and as that happens, you would then crest that slope as Dia is then sent flying backwards, hits the ground, skips off of it, and falls into wetlands.
Can I catch him as he goes?
Sure, yeah. So as he skips, you would then grab him and say, "No, you don't," and you kind of like, put him back on the ground. He then would say, "Thanks," and then starts to run right back into battle.
I'll follow him.
All right, where are you going? There's currently 2 fights happening. There's the one with Beowulf, and then there's the one with Sia and Kevin.
Sia and Kevin.
I'm gonna regret this. Let's go help Thea.
All right, you break off and start to head towards Thea, and as that happens, you would then see as Acheon's getting his shit kicked in on the ground by Kevin. Acheon would then kind of push him off and like slap onto his snout for a little bit. You then see a rune appear on his snout and then kind of fizzle out. Thea, you feel through Cavalier's connection as there was an attempt to seize control of Kevin's will. However, since he is no longer completely animal and he is a herald bound through Cavalier's connection to you, that doesn't work.
Motherfucker.
That is great because that would be horrible to fight Kevin also.
Yeah, that would be some shit. Well,
So,
So on a technicality, while Cavalier's connection is active, he is technically not fully animal, therefore not subject to Gaki's will.
yeah. So as long as
as
Which-
I see Acheon doing this, I want to run up to him with a dragon cut to see if I can.
All right, you run up to him with a dragon cut, and as he tried to put that rune on Kevin, it didn't work. There's a brief moment of confusion as Kevin then immediately jumps back on him and starts kicking the shit out of him. And he's like, "What the fuck?" You would then run in and start dragging the blade up. He seems to have heard it through all the pummeling and kind of brings his vambracer up to protect himself from whatever's coming in.
I want to swap from a dragon cut to a thrust in between here.
All right, you would then switch in. What's your bladesman skill? Your swordsman? I believe it's expert now.
Yeah, my medium sword should be
Your medium sword is expert.
yes.
Expert. All right, so yeah, you thrust in that little gap, and you would feel it make contact with the plate, and then skip off into his mail and his armpit. You would feel it sink through some of the divine titanium plate because you are using your Adarician steel sword, right? All right, yeah. So it would indeed get through a lot of the links of the chain. It is divine titanium, so it does stop it from going all the way through, but you do get some pretty decent penetration.
So I want to see if I can wrench his arm away with that with my sword.
All right, you then kind of like leverage up, and I assume you go into half sorting once that happens to then get better leverage.
Yeah.
What's your gauntlets made out of?
Orichalcum. I'm pretty sure it's orichalcum. Let me make sure.
All right, so have
Yeah.
you claimed this blade?
Uh-oh. Huh?
I asked if you've claimed this blade.
I'm gonna be real. No, because Regis
Okay.
doesn't know that's a thing.
Yeah,
Beowulf,
I was
if
afraid
he
of that,
can,
but
if we're trying to make it so, claim this.
Beowulf
so-
cannot,
Okay.
because Beowulf has his hands full with 2 other demigods, and
I
this
was
is a
figuring.
split moment. moment where Regis is transitioning to a different sword form. This is the first time Regis is half-sworded with this weapon, and as he grips the blade, just that slight adjustment in his grip immediately is enough to cut through the plate, and he feels it make contact with his skin. Thankfully, as that happens, he does not slide his hand at all. He just fucking lets go, like, oh shit! Acheon tries to swing at Regis, but Kevin kicks the shit out of his face and then causes him to jostle off to the side, and his aim's thrown off.
Question.
My sword turned against me.
Is Galen lagging on anyone else's, or is it just me?
It's not just you. He's lagging for me.
Yeah.
Okay. You're good right now, Galen.
Yeah, you're good right now.
No,
I
he's
said
not.
that, now he's lagging.
He moved the phone.
I switched to my data.
But yeah, no.
Okay.
Through comms, I say my sword betrayed me.
Claim it, Tia says, as he gets stabbed in the fucking chest by the exploding spear, and he goes flying again. Motherfucker! He says as he goes flying away.
Can I send... Well, no, that doesn't count as a weapon stack. I was gonna try and see if I could catch him with Career, but I don't think I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to... I claim you to my sword.
You look ridiculous, Wool says.
They didn't tell me how to do it.
Thea, you are now in a direct ground and pound with Stell. You both reached into a grapple earlier, and you guys kind of spun over each other due to the slope, and you guys started to slide down that. You stopped about halfway, but then Stell kind of like got into top mount, and he's starting to bring down the fucking punches.
Okay. So, how are we positioned again?
He's in top mount. Think of it as like he's straddling your abdomen, and he's raining down punches towards your head, or he's starting to.
Okay. I want to bring up my shield.
All right, you kind of bring your shield in. I assume you'd shrink it in order to get it in that gap, like cleanly.
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of shrink that, get it in the gap as both strikes then land. That would kind of shove you deeper into the cliffside, but you are completely protected.
Okay.
Am I within 35 feet of them?
No, they roll down the hill. They're probably closer to 70 to 100 feet away.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. So I'm in the cliffside now, but I'm protected. Is he still like trying to engage me?
Yeah, he's like looking for a way around it. You kind of keep feeling as you have to shift your shield in order to kind of block a strike coming in from like the side angle or something like that.
Man, if only, the crowns of Thanatar weren't consecrated, that would be great.
Yeah, that really would be great.
Okay, can I have a rough idea of where he is, though, because I can see him, like, thrusting at me, yeah?
You can't see him because your shield's in the way. But you can feel his weight shift, which is how you're able to kind of predict where his attacks are coming from.
I got a question. Can Thea turn her shield into a lantern shield? Because all those have like little gaps you can see out of.
I don't think that's one of the settings, no.
I didn't know.
I haven't got that installed yet.
You could turn it into a power shield and just kind of fully hide under it.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but she tries to turn it into a tower shield with someone obstructing it. It's just going to push her arm up.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I want to try to use the air around him to try to just, like, throw him off course so I can get out of this cliff face.
All right, he's far too strong for you to fully throw him off, but you do adjust his weight as he's shifting his balance to kind of swing on another side, and you do feel that kind of lifts his leg on one side. You think you might be able to do a reversal on him to get on top.
I'll do that.
All right, so you kind of like shove the shield up towards his torso and then like grab his leg and flip him over to where he's on bottom. What do you want to do from there?
I am going to use my specialized form of hand-to-hand, and I'm going to use Savage Conclusion as well. Start whamming on this bitch.
Damn. You going to use Savage Conclusion like one time or multiple times?
I'm going to probably use it a total of like 3 times.
All right, so you swing on the first time, Savage Conclusion connects cleanly, And as that happens, you see as his helm shoots off, and immediately you start to swing again, and then you are tackled by an undead from behind.
Fuck.
Okay,
He
so
fucking explodes. Both you and Stell are in the blast. You both go flying.
Dang. Well, at
but
least
still no longer has a helmet.
Stell does no longer have a helmet.
Dang.
He hits the ground and he rolls a few times, and you both are in currently the low-lying wetlands. You see Stell get up and kind of shake it off. You notice that this man is not really hurt at all, despite everything you've thrown at him. And you do think you recall that his father is the god of vitality, which is basically durability and resilience.
Yeah. There's not much I can do than just, what I already am doing.
Yeah. He's going to be a hard one to bring down.
Is Kevin still whooping ass on Acheon?
Kevin is kicking the shit out of Acheon at the moment.
Yeah.
Acheon has no answer for this fucking death force on top of him.
Someone needs to boost Kevin.
Not only does he not have an answer for the death horse, he doesn't really have an answer for Regis, who's also trying to get him off the battlefield.
But yeah, Kevin right now, he's dominating. Regis, you haven't really even attacked too many times because, frankly, Kevin's fucking him up so good.
Well,
Like, there's a crater beneath Acheon at the moment from how many times Kevin has kicked his shit into the ground. The only reason this man is still active is because he is fully armored.
try to take off his helmet, like stab at his straps or something.
Yeah, I'll see if in between Kevin, I'll see if I can't cut his fucking strap.
All right, so as you kind of try to slip in there, Kevin's like, "Oh, this is my chance," and he rears up all the way up both hooves like he's about to fucking ground pound this guy with a
I'm
double
going
kick.
to take the moment to completely cut his straps.
All right, you swing towards the strap, and as that happens, you see as Acheon kind of brings his band bracer up to kind of try to protect himself. It's really all he can do at the moment. He lost his axe some time ago. He has no idea where that fucker's at.
You know what?
Beowulf, did you want to boost Kevin or no?
If Beowulf has a chance to boost anyone that is already boosted, he will do that.
Since Dia got back into the fight, yes, you do have an opportunity if you communicate with Dia to give you an open.
Beowulf, knowing that Kevin is about to do a big attack on this dude, will let Dia know that he would like to boost him.
Dia's gonna brace your shield and then kind of push it offline to helping you parry while you then kind of turn around and boost the fuck out of Kevin. Okay, so Theon. Old habits die hard. Yeah, so Regis, you swing your sword, it then glints off the divine titanium. You see a sparks fly and a piece of divine titanium is sheared off by the blade. And then you see as Kevin starts to go down, you start to hear the wind kind of crack and split as he starts to accelerate down towards it.
Okay, question.
I pull my sword back to me and I quit. I start stepping back.
Question. Do I still got a chance to do something for Kevin or no?
Dia only gave you enough opening in order for you to do one thing. He didn't know you wanted to do anything else.
Well, I just thought about it. Kinetic strike.
Yeah. So as he starts to accelerate down, Regis, you would then see as the armoring bionic shell from his old legs then glows a indigo blue as it starts to come down and steam kind of spews out the sides as it makes contact, and there's a huge as the entire ground then fucking kind of lifts and then shimmers a bit, and the entire slope that goes down to the wetlands would then shift and start to slide.
Damn.
Yeah, Regis looks on in fear. There's nothing else to look at that damn.
Kevin then immediately fucking stands from side to side, wide fucking stance. You know Maximus from Tangled?
Yeah.
Fucking gets up in that man's face and fucking nay-nays on him.
Get nay-nayed.
Get nay-nayed.
Get nay-nayed.
Damn,
Kevin then immediately shoots his head up and starts to look around like a submarine's periscope.
Well,
I want to make sure the motherfucker's dead.
Yeah, no, he's out. He's not dead, but he is out. Even through the helmet that knocked his ass out.
Kevin, let's go.
I radio over. Should I take this moment to kill him?
To be honest, not that one, Dia says. Out of all of them, he's the easiest to put down, and it might help to question him.
Very true. He is the truth. That might mean that he can't lie. We'll leave him be.
All right, Kevin seems to think he's dead, so he's looking for someone else to kill.
Thea is gonna call for Kevin in her mind.
All right, you would then see as Kevin's ears shoot up, and then he immediately locks onto the sliding slope and then sprints that way.
AC 130 above.
AC 130 above. You know what? Yes, Kevin's gonna jump airborne off the fucking slope towards the wetlands.
Motherfucker said.
He's flying.
Stella and you are currently throwing hands, kind of like trading, dodging, and weaving and shit. You guys look like two expert boxers throwing hands. And then you hear a distant.
Okay, this is going to be a stretch, but do y'all remember the SpongeBob movie that was released like ages ago where David Hasselhoff was in it?
Oh, yeah.
And he basically bulleted himself through the water.
I remember
That's how I imagine Kevin going through the air right now.
He is going to say, Kevin, lock on Estelle, lock on.
You see as his front legs are folded in and his back legs are extended out behind him, and he is then staring intensely as he's coming down. Stell then looks up, and for a split moment, you see confusion on his face as he seems to be really fucking struggling to understand what he's seeing right now.
Yeah, uppercut. Savage conclusion.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Savage conclusion and just hit uppercut this motherfucker into Kevin.
His entire jaw then kind of jostles up as his body then flails backwards, then Kevin slams into him, immediately slamming him into the ground, sending water and mud flying everywhere. He starts to kick the shit out of Stell, and then Stell punches the fuck out of Kevin, sending Kevin flying back, and Stell then stands back up unharmed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to do here other than what I'm doing.
Everyone's like, we might need to hit him with the old Diomedes trap.
We need a few more people here for that.
Oh, well, okay.
All right, so Regis, you see as Dia and Beowulf are struggling to keep ground with these other two demigods, you notice as those two demigods seem to be fighting with perfect synchrony, almost as if they just know what each other are going to be doing next, despite the fact that you're confident they do not have telepathy, because nobody has said any domain even remotely connected to telepathy. Regis just takes a moment of silence.
I mean, to be fair, Regis is completely out of his element. He's been out of his element for a hot minute. He's used to fighting monsters, not monsters. Okay?
Kumul then says, Regis, maybe we should, do something.
I can try.
All right, Dia then backs up more as you then see as Stell then pulls another pin from his chest belt, and it immediately expands into a javelin. As he throws it at Dia, Dia says, incoming, dodges that shit, it goes over his shoulder and starts to go direct line towards you, Regis.
Quinn.
You throw up Quinn, makes contact. That thing explodes with the force of a sun and sends you flying away. Quinn is broken.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, you hit the ground, roll a few times, and then you sit up like, oh my god!
Oh, it's just like Diomedes.
You see as your vision is gone white for a minute, and it's slowly coming back in like monochrome as the bright flash from the impact temporarily blinded.
Come on, let me know if someone's coming up. I can't see shit.
There's someone coming.
Fuck!
They're dead. Hit him with Igni.
Igni.
You hit him with Igni, and you hear an explosion through the ringing in your ears.
I was about to say, I'll give in to Kamul and kind of let him guide where my hand needs to be.
Thankfully, your Witcher senses gave you enough intel to where you didn't need that.
Fair. I can still hear, I imagine.
Through the ringing, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so Beowulf, you would then get shoulder checked by the girl, but she kind of bounces off your shield and looks at you like, "Oh, you're strong."
You shouldn't have let her know that. She's got to be running out of bodies eventually, though, right? No more death.
Well, she has as many bodies as were killed recently.
Oh, that's a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Okay, so she'd have bounced off.
Yeah, she bounced off, and as that happened, you see as Dell kind of like Dell the computer, as Dell then slides off to the side in a semi kind of like strafe, and then stabs around your shield.
Kinetic push.
Alright, you go to kinetic push, and as that happens, Dia then moves in as it deflects his spear off to the side. Dia slashes upwards, he catches it on the haft, and then parries it down, thrusting around Dia. Dia parries it and then takes a step back, kind of again going offline and stabbing around his spear. Dell. Oh no, this is becoming a habit. Jag is going to dodge under it, kind of weave, and then he's going to thrust up. Dia will lean back and then use his danger sense to avoid a strike that would have landed otherwise, and then stagger back. Beowulf.
Beowulf is trying to stay equal with Dia and not to let
he has
the
been
be up
forced
in there.
back, so Beowulf is going to have to give ground intentionally. Otherwise, there will be a gap.
Yeah, Beowulf will do that.
Okay. Beowulf then gives some ground, and as that happens, she then immediately takes the initiative and then punches where Beowulf was once standing, and you see as there is then a crystalline structure of ice formed on that spot, and then it rapidly starts expanding outwards like a starburst of sharp ice.
Oh. Fuck. Beowulf is going to shoot a kinetic bolt at it, try to maybe destroy it.
All right, Beowulf's going to fire a kinetic bolt, and it makes contact, and there's barely a crack in it, as this is clearly much stronger ice than it should be. Dia is going to... He's going to deploy tachyon armor.
What is tachyon armor?
Tachyon armor means that Dia can put a kind of shimmering field of tachyons around him, and it costs stamina to deploy that, and then every single strike that hits the armor is completely negated. It's sent to the end of time. However, tachyon armor also, every single strike it takes, it takes a lot of fucking stam over time.
One thing that he could do, I don't know if all of his abilities are fleshed out, but I have some inspiration for you, that being Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. He has an ability called Infinity, which basically means he really can't be touched. But the way it works is that the closer you get to Gojo,
Infinitely
the more
expanding
you
space,
the more you slow down.
Oh, infinite halving speed, yeah.
Yeah, infinite halving speed.
Yeah, that is a bit too OP. I've been trying to avoid making Dia too OP.
Yeah, that's why Dia is how he is now.
Because Dia has time as domain, and time's already an extremely OP domain, so I don't want to make him too OP. But Beowulf, you're also hit by tachyon armor, as Dia deploys it on you as well. Both of you guys are hit by these expanding shards, which are harder than steel, and you both go flying offline as the impact sends you guys off. But it also shatters the shards that hit you because they were infeasibly capable of crossing the barrier.
Nice.
How does the end of time feel, dumbass?
All
right, Thea.
Yes, that's me.
You're kind of doing great, so we're just going to cut over just to illustrate how great you're doing, then we're going to cut back to someone else. Yeah, Stealth swinging at you, you fucking weave that shit, uppercut, Kevin comes in, the headbutt, fucking kicks him in the face with a hoof, he then staggers, you then fucking swing offline, punch him in the fucking side of the shield. He swings at you again, but the problem is he's staggering fucking everywhere, because between you and Kevin, there's not a fraction of a second where he is not getting hit.
Hell yeah.
You may not be able to put this guy down, but you can stun lock his ass.
Thea is gonna kind of like in the chat is gonna say, well, We got as long as we can. Kevin and I keep staggering still. He can't get in the fight.
All right, Dia's going to tell you to keep watching out for those undead because they'll almost certainly aggro to you once the woman realizes what's going on.
I'm curious if Grab Point can do anything about them, since it may be able to trap them.
Bane's like, they're powered by magic. Maybe I can make them fly.
Maybe I can keep them out of the way.
Regis!
I knew that was coming my way.
Yeah.
That's it.
How fast are you with spectral sprint? 870 miles an hour?
880.
880? Okay. Dia's going to tell you to use spectral sprint. He's going to accelerate entity you, and he's going to tell you, fucking do something cool.
Okay. Out of game. Let me think about this for a second then, alright?
Keep in mind, you'll be going the speed of 8,800 miles an hour.
Okay, only people Babel has boosted so far is Dia and Kevin, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. What I'm thinking about doing is using Kamula's arsenal, farming his spear, and using Nazgul's flurry to use his specialized Lance of the Scorpion, designed to slam the head of a spear into a target with such speed and force that it penetrates armor, and if not, will cause the target to stumble and possibly fall.
Okay.
I'm thinking of literally just becoming a fucking ballistic missile. Poof!
Okay. Who would you like to target?
Who do
There
we
are
need to
three
target?
possible contenders. Well, frankly, Stell's kind of he.
Honestly, I
He's
feel to
unlocked.
target the woman to stop the fucking dead raining from the sky.
Could be.
The other one seems like he's manageable if he's not fighting side by side with his twin.
Dia would tell you from experience that is an illusion. He has fought this guy in a 1v1 and had to use fucking temporal cocoon to stop him because the dude just kept overwhelming everybody he fought.
So I should go after the guy.
He'd say either one of them is really a problem. It really just depends on what problem you want to deal with.
Whoever you think you can hit the best, hit them.
Hit the best would be the guy getting stun locked. That's besides the point. I think stopping the dead raining from the sky will, at the very least, make sure Thea doesn't get jumped and can keep Stell stun locked, and let the three of us focus on the other one if we actually fully take her down.
Okay, I got you.
All right. Come on, you ready for this shit?
Hit her.
All right. I am going to let me line up a full everything I'm doing. So I'll use spectral. Oof. Okay. Galen question.
Mhm.
So using spectral sprint, short charge for more force.
And frankly, you'd be sped up in time, so that low amount of quote-unquote charge-up time for short charge is completely negated by the fact that technically you're still experiencing time normally, just everyone else is slowed down comparative to you, so...
Yeah. So I just have
that
to know...
puts you at about 12,000 miles an hour.
I just have to know how much it's going to drain of me.
From Aruvatar, I'd say, what's the metric that we have on there?
For short charge, nothing. But for spectral sprint, 10 Aruvatar if used in an attack.
There you go, 10 Aruvatar.
the reason I was asking is we did say that short charging counts as an attack.
Yep. So yeah, but that's not an Arubatar attack, so it doesn't matter. So you're completely fine. All you gotta do is just pull 10 Arubatar out for the Spectral Sprint.
Okay. So battle chart. Spectral
I
Payton
done,
already did
but-
that.
Yep.
Okay. Then Camille's Arsenal, Nazgul's Flurry. Payton already did that. Thank you, Payton.
You're welcome.
And then I will activate short charge and poof.
All right, you then launch at her. Dia's gonna know it's coming because he's for one tied to you and for two gave you the ability, and he's gonna fucking weave, creating an opening, and you then shoot through that opening at 12,000 miles an hour. And you're going for her, right?
Yeah.
The Navia, yeah, the Navia. So you shoot through her, slam into her before her perception even picked up that there was motion. She goes flying. The spear made contact with where?
I would have been aiming around here.
Gorget. Gotcha. Yeah, she hits the ground hard. She starts to roll over herself several times. A few of the dead bodies are starting to move in your direction, but frankly, you're still got that boost, so everything's in slow motion around you still.
Do I still have the weapons formed?
I believe it has a time limit on there now. Mole's Arsenal.
Only left a few attacks.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They're still active then.
While I've still got the boost, I'm going to run her the fuck down.
All right. You then sprint after her. Your speed is far faster than her knockback speed, so you run her down while she's midair.
Let's see. Is she like soaring horizontally? Is she flipping?
She was flipping. Right now, her back is exposed.
Okay. What I want to do, I want to run past her, immediately turn around, run into her, and use the force that's being pushed towards me for more penetrating power.
Okay, I got ya. Yeah, so you would then run in front of her and then immediately run back into her. That would then cause that same kind of attack. You said you wanted to use that. Are you assuming still the Gorget?
I didn't figure I could actually hit the Gorget with her kind of spinning.
You can. Well, the Gorget is wrapping around, so you could hit the Gorget. There's no guarantee you're going to hit the same spot, though.
Gotcha. Are there any, since I'm still going faster and everything, is there anywhere else that I see to hit? That is.
I mean, there's mail. Yeah, there's mail. She has mail in normal places, so like around the thigh where it meets the inner leg and such. Also, right underneath the armpit and everything. But those are narrow gaps. Typically, mail is only supplementary.
So what I want to do, I think I'll still aim for around this area, but instead of trying to go up, I'm going to basically let the force shove the spear down.
Okay, got ya. So you then traverse into a downward thrust. You make contact with the Gorget. It does skip off since it's a rounded surface, but there's still enough force behind that to where she is shoved into the ground, causing a crater. As then your perception starts to slow down and you feel that speed gradually kind of bleed off.
I want to make one last.
All right. As you make one last kind of downward stab, you would then see as her hand makes contact with the ground and ice spikes start to fire out in that very same kind of bloom as she did earlier against Beowulf and Dia.
Ah, shit. So I didn't do anything to her. Fuck. Well, I say anything. I did a lot of blunt force trauma. I was hoping that would work. I didn't.
You got her away from her partner.
Yeah. Oh shit, now I'm fighting her solo. That's okay. Okay. So I'll cut the attack early and make distance.
All right, you then gain distance, and I assumed you used your short charge and sprint in order to close that gap whenever she was flying away.
Yes.
All right, so that would be another deduction on spectral sprint. So I believe Peyton's going to handle it, but I just wanted to let you know that did get consumed. So you would then get that gap just as Accelerate Entity then runs out, and you would then see as behind the huge ice sculpture, she would then stagger to her feet and kind of shake off the daze as if she's trying to get her footing.
I want to use Shadow Strike.
Okay. That's whenever Kamul breaks off from you and attacks a vulnerable target, right?
Yes.
Okay. He then breaks off and then appears behind her, grabbing at her neck and starting to stab down. And instantly he's blasted backwards, screaming in pain, as he then has to return to you. His soul has been severely damaged due to an ability called Phantom Queen. No undead or spirit may touch the Queen of the Dead.
Fuck. Okay, you're staying inside of me now.
That's what she said.
Hey, yo! You're not allowed to go from now on.
You gotta stay away from her. She ain't good for you.
So, she is in fatigue stats, but she is still standing.
Damn, bitch. What the fuck are you made out of?
Your mom.
Regis does actually kind of say this.
She says.
Whatever that shit is, it needs to stop.
I don't know what that is,
Fuckers
but
are
fuck
weird.
you.
Regis does say, man, you fuckers are weird.
Says the guy with an undead ancient king in his fucking head.
Come on, you just gonna take that, bro?
Come on, he's just
At the
gonna take
moment, I have to. Beowulf.
Yeah.
Now it is you and Dia versus Dag.
Okay.
You're welcome. I wonder if there was a way I could have done more damage, but all I could think of was to aim around the neck. I didn't think I was actually going to get anywhere else.
More damage? No. Possibly more productive? Maybe. If you went for armor instead, trying to get armor off of her, then you would have a higher chance of putting her down later on in the fight. But like through their armor, it's incredibly hard to put anybody down in a single attack.
Yeah. Even with Kamul's weapons being made out of his like fucking soul power.
Yeah. So like you did do a lot of blunt force trauma, but as far as straight like slicing damage or piercing damage, you couldn't get a lot of that off because her armor protected her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Peyton.
Well, I know one thing I am not going to end up using is thermodynamics.
Fair. So what are you gonna do?
What is the position of Beowulf and Dia from?
Beowulf's to the left, he is to the right, and roughly about 15 feet separation.
Okay. If Beowulf gets a chance, he's going to switch to the Adversarian spear he has.
He has a chance, because at the moment it's a 2v1 and Dia can take the reins for a minute in order to give you that opening.
Okay, Beowulf is going to put the hammer back in his shoulder and grab the spear off his back.
Alright. Beowulf grabs the spear off his back. Now what?
Okay, Beowulf is going to use, I believe, Eris Form 1 with his spear.
Okay.
Designed for focus jabs, primarily made to suppress enemies and stop them from being able to strike back.
Alright, so Beowulf then pushes in and starts to stab in several directions. Dag has to dodge and parry predominantly, and you see his eyes kind of furrow in his visor, and then he activates one of his abilities called Magnetic Pulse, sending out a huge magnetic wave that sends everyone wearing metal flying away from him.
Okay.
Dia then gets up and says, "That's new."
Yeah, Beowulf is going to get up to still keep his shield up.
You would then see as his weapon starts to glow with that corona from earlier, and he starts to push in.
Beowulf is thinking maybe Kinetic Pulse will send him away.
Go away!
Okay. He's pushing in the corona. Is not good. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I remember it's not good.
It superheated your gauntlet, which is still burning the
Okay.
shit out of you, by the way, because you left it on.
Oh yeah. I probably need to end up taking that off. Okay. I am going to use Kinetic Push 3 times to hopefully let his thing fizzle out before hitting us.
Alright, you use Kinetic Push 3 times. That does stagger him back and stop him from pushing in. Every single time he closes that gap, you push him back out of it. And you notice that it stays on his weapon the entire time. It shows no signs of burning out.
Well, that ain't good.
I just thought of something.
What did you think of?
Whenever I was dodging in or sprinting in, I could have grabbed my Morgul blade and used it.
Hey.
I still have that thing. It's Camul's. I still have it. I wonder if I can form Morgul blades.
You cannot. It's forged from Morgoth's crown.
Right.
Yeah, so Deck closes that gap. He then thrusts at Beowulf. Dia takes the initiative because Beowulf currently seems to be buffering, trying to figure out how to do something. Dia's going to have a few exchanges with him, to which at one point he has to use Danger Sense again to avoid getting hit.
Beowulf is going to use Kinetic Strave twice to try to maneuver around and try to use the sphere to strike an opening.
Alright, Beowulf strikes at the opening, and as that happens, Dag then will kind of glance over as you start to strafe off to his side, like, ah, fuck. He then immediately uses Magnetic Pulse again, sending you and Dia flying away.
Okay.
Dia is immediately annoyed as he sends airborne again. There are many cusses going through the telepathic chat.
Beowulf is like it. But yeah, your suppress spell will be useful.
Hold up. Dia's gonna hit the ground, and he's gonna get up with a very angry expression and use Time's Cocoon.
Man's already said, I've dealt with you before.
He is then going to tell Beowulf to immediately get over there and help one of them end one of these fucking demigods, because he's low on stamina. He's not gonna be able to hold this guy for long.
Okay.
Use the opportunity, get someone else free.
Okay, did you already put the point in for Time's Cocoon or no?
I did.
Okay.
I would say help Regis, because, you know...
I think I can help you quicker to get you into the fight.
How are you gonna put down Stell, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Both
staggering
Kevin
him?
and Thea are kicking the shit out of this guy, and he is not going down.
Yeah.
But he is still getting the shit kicked out of him, but he can't really do anything at the moment. So.
But yeah, helping
Yeah.
Regis, you know, that's the, you know, dyad. If we get her out of the fight, then, you know, we don't gotta worry about her later on.
Fail.
Hmm.
Well, I guess Beowulf is going with Regis. Team up of the century.
Alright, you would then see as Regis is on the other side of the kind of giant ice kind of sculpture wall, and she's standing on the other side, kind of like rubbing her side, like, Jesus fuck. And then Beowulf goes like a fucking linebacker up behind her.
Beowulf is going to be going at her. He is going to have a kinetic strafe ready. He is going to have a kinetic strike ready also. And he's going to try to hit the shit out of her.
So while
Alright,
all that's happening, I want to see if I can distract her with talking, because Regis is genuinely curious. Like, what the fuck even are you? I know of
He
demigods.
says, demigod. I know a demigod.
I know of demigods, but you're frankly different than the ones I've met already.
She then slowly turns her head around as the giant comes up behind her.
Dang it, I should use Death Wings Feel.
She then whirls around and kind of slaps her hand across the ground just as Beowulf closes that gap.
Beowulf is okay. So she rolls around. She puts her hand on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Beowulf doesn't know what that is. He's going to take his feet off the ground, and he's just going to strafe right at her.
All right. Beowulf then takes his feet off the ground and strafes into that giant ice fucking shard sculpture thing that shoots out of the ground. Instantly, he loses power on the strafe because it probably would impale him. The tachyon armor takes the hit, and you're sent flying back, and his stamina is drained more.
Okay.
I would have Dia drop the tachyon armor on you and focus on keeping dumbass over there.
It costs stamina to drop the tachyon armor.
How much?
Same as it costs for him to take a hit.
Gotcha.
Well, more than likely, I'm gonna get hit again.
Okay. Dia will drop it.
Give me just a second. I want to see if Regis can do anything about that. If I could get over to you, give you Kamul's ring for just a second and tell you how to activate the ability, you could recharge yourself and come back up. Or Dia could recharge himself and be back at full stam.
Okay. Does he have a Rubitar, though?
The ring has a Rubitar.
Yeah, well, no, isn't it an amplifier? It increases the amount you already have.
What do you mean? Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to, would I?
Yeah, no, Dia would need to have a form of soul essence. When no Cronus would not count because they're from different spheres. Once the dome comes down and things start to acclimate to normal Honduras, it will eventually count, but as of right now, it won't.
Well, Vegas, if you are over that wall, I can get you over that wall.
I'm over the wall. You're the one
not over
that's
the wall.
not. Oh.
You're standing on the other side. You were talking through the ice sculpture.
Oh, okay.
That's how I described it.
Yeah, well, now she's in between two walls.
Yeah, she has walls on either side of her.
Because remember, I can use shock gravity, and I can...
Snap cut to Thea and Kevin kicking the shit out of Stell.
Yeah.
Well, probably the most effective thing Thea can be doing against Stell is be attacking the straps on his armor, so he ends up naked.
Well, yeah, but keep in mind, it's not easy to hit the straps. Especially with them constantly moving him. Like, that's the only way they're keeping him at bay. They're stunning him and causing him to move around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's not much I can do other than what I'm doing now.
I'm genuinely not fully sure what to do on my side.
Beowulf is going to be moving around to try to get around this wall.
Alright, Beowulf starts to sprint around the wall. As that happens, you then see her kind of look down at the ground in between the channel of the two walls and look up at you like,
Beowulf, okay, so she looks down at the ground like, oh.
Yeah, like there's a valley between her two walls, and then she looks at that empty spot right there to where you're trying to close in and looks up at you like,
Beowulf's going to let Vegas know. Try to get ready to attack her in the air. He's going to try to send her flying.
Okay. Send her flying? Good idea, because Regis was going to counteract. She can form those things out of literally fucking nowhere. If you sent me flying, she'll just form them and impale me.
Well, that's why I'm running around. I'm going to distract her, make her think that, because that's what she's thinking right now. So send her up in the air, you try to attack her, and I will try to boost your strike.
I don't know how the fuck I'm going to attack her up there.
I can get you airborne too.
Morgan's chains.
That I'm an
That
idiot.
would do it.
Come on, bro.
I want to. Okay, my plan is as he goes to throw her up. How close am I to her?
You're on the other side of the wall. There's about a 30-foot wedge in there.
Okay. As he launches her up, I am going to jump up too, wrap my chains around her because they're about like 40 feet, and pull her to me.
All right, I got you. So, Beowulf, as you start to sprint in there, you see her reach for the ground. I think I already know what you're going to do, but go ahead and say it.
Shock gravity.
You shot gravity her. I'm assuming full force or like what?
Full force.
Okay. She shoots up before she can touch the ground. She like reaches for it, and then suddenly she's like, "Whoa!" and she fucking fires at the sky. And then Regis will throw his chains up, wrap it around one of the ice spires, then throw himself into the air, and then throw it out to catch her. And as that happens, he yank her in towards him. You would see her immediately turn around like, what the fuck is happening?
Wait, Beowulf, realizing Regis is not boosted, he's throwing his stuff up in the air. Can he boost him?
Sure.
So as I close the distance,
there's an undead coming in behind you.
Oh shit. Okay. How far?
You're not sure. All you know is you saw it out of the corner of your visor whenever you were punching Stell. So you're not sure how close they are. They could be an imminent threat or they could be a distant threat.
I'm gonna ask Kevin. Do you see the undead?
Kevin would take his attention off of Stell because he's not the brightest in the book, and then he would get punched by Stell, sending him flying.
Fuck. Okay.
Dakota, one thing that might work is suppress spell, because they are fed by magic, I'm thinking.
Okay. How big of a favor would it take for me not to tell Kevin to look away?
We'll do a massive. You didn't go too much further after that, so.
Okay, cool then. I need to.
I can do it for you.
Cool, I appreciate that. Okay, so Kevin doesn't look
being
away.
the fucking accountant for all the players.
I know, he's a G. So Kevin doesn't look away like a fucking dumbass and was still pummeling this dude.
Yeah. Kevin's just keeps fucking hitting him. It's switching between headbutts, the occasional fucking front, jab, and the really occasional whirlwind horse body fucking slam from the top ropes.
Can we try to, like, while we're punching, fucking Stell, can we try to, like, move around and stuff so I can kind of get a visual of this dude? The undead dude?
Yeah, you guys kind of move, like, in a circular motion as you guys are repositioning on Stell hitting him. And as you do, you would see that there is not one undead. There is about half a dozen. They're all running at you, and they are roughly about 400 feet out, which puts them probably ETA at about 6 to 12 seconds.
Damn.
Since they're moving super speed.
These are like some World War Z zombies. Damn.
I want to see if I can words lawyer this. So since they're dead bodies that are just being powered by magic, do they have soul power?
Soul power?
Yes.
Kind of. I mean, not their own soul, but there is a essence in them per se, yeah.
The reason being, due to Gamul being a non-school wraith, his projection is heavily impacted by the target's soul power his powers are being used against. This means generally foot soldiers and fodder will require little to no Erubitar.
No. They definitely classify as fodder. You're good.
I want to see if I can't send Kamul to go help Thea, because we're all linked. I imagine we would.
You have
we would notice. I'll send Kamul out to go help her.
What ability do you want to use specifically?
He can use Kamul's arsenal himself, right?
He always has access to Kamul's arsenal. Any attack that he wages will always be able to pull from Kamul's arsenal.
So he could get close enough to use the recurve bow and be taking them out before they get to the
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to manifest back to. I keep wanting to call you Theon for some reason. Back to Ragus. However, I do want to point out that these guys are incapable intellectually of parrying. Therefore, they are all classified as vulnerable.
Okay, yep. In that case, I will have him, just since it doesn't cost anything, shadow strike every one of those motherfuckers.
Okay, yeah. So he starts to chain Shadow Strike, and Thea, as you kind of reposition to try to get a better bearings on the situation, you'd see them. You're like, ah, shit. And then you just see Kamul start appearing behind them and fucking stabbing them, causing them to explode. But he disappears before he's caught in the explosion. Several times they get their buddies in the explosion, causing a chain reaction.
Nice.
So at the moment, you are safe. Switching back to Theon. Ragus!
It's because you're dealing with Honduran stuff and I'm Fanataran.
I know. But all right, so back to you. We last left off with you both airborne, and you had just got her to change. You pulled her in. She looked over like, "What the fuck?" And you just got boosted.
So telepathy is like really fucking quick, right?
Yes.
Will
basically
Hellfire do anything?
Not with Deg around. Well, hold on. Deg's been held. So long as it's not an area ability to where it's kind of just radiating away from his presence, yes, it'll do something.
About say Igni. I can since I'm wearing the Ring of Nine Hells, my Igni casts Hellfire. Would that work against her, or would it get eat by dumbass?
If you're referring to Deg, they have no idea exactly. They only, because they don't know the exact specifics of their spells, all they know is anytime they cast fire in his vicinity, he just takes control of it and fizzles it out or uses it against people.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Well,
Igni.
All right, you cast Igni. He is incapable of seizing control of it, so you would indeed blast her with Hellfire. She is divine. She takes increased damage from Hellfire.
yeah. I was going to say.
She would.
Go ahead. I was going to say Hellfire was more effective.
Oh, I know.
She would then be blasted downwards. You still have the chains on her. Do you want to allow her to rebound, or do you want to allow her to go, or do you want to rebound her?
I want to rebound her and keep casting Igni at her. Basically roast her.
All right. As you rebound her, you would then see as her hand goes in, then slaps her own chest plate.
I want to try to run underneath her so I can stab up.
As I see her hand go, I want to loose all friction, and I'll see if I can't latch my chain to the ground and yank myself back.
All right, there would then be a huge spire of ice that shoots off her chest plate, and then she disconnects it, freezing the straps to sub-zero, and then they just break. She then would hit the ice and slide down it. Beowulf, you said you wanted to be under her, so you were as close as you could without be standing on the ice.
Okay, as she slided down, before she realized it, hopefully I want to try to jump up and like stab at her with a spear.
All right, as you go to stab at her, she would then flick her hand over herself and then rip ice off using cryomancy to then shield herself in a shell. You kinetic push, and it breaks that top layer, as then as soon as you come through, you would see that she has already used the same sign on her hand, and it's starting to expand outwards into spikes of ice.
Okay. How close am I to her?
At this point, you got really fucking close because you were going for the kill. So you are basically point blank.
Okay. So there ain't really nothing I can do. Actually, there's one I can do. I can use kinetic strafe to get away from that.
Okay. Use kinetic strafe, and it pulls you just out of line as several of the spikes go overhead, and then you see as she again freezes the straps within her gauntlet, and then kind of flicks her hand free of the huge column expanding out from her gauntlet.
Beowulf will let us know that he's starting to get volunteering now.
So is Dia.
Ragus is doing relatively fine, but that's just because he's used to resource management. And most of his shit relies on Kamul, and Kamul can't directly do anything against her right now. Oh dear.
Beowulf thinking it would take him out of the fight, basically, but he has an idea. Draconic Input Flame this bitch.
It could work.
I think I have to get really close to make sure. Okay, so Beowulf straight away. He's going to try to reposition.
All right, there's currently a giant column of ice in between you and where she was. Think of it as in you're literally sitting in just like this huge ice sculpture of all these like nooks and crannies.
Okay. Beowulf is going to try to move it around that.
All right, Beowulf being large and very, very big is having a lot of trouble moving through all the tight corners.
I want to see what happens when I cast Igni on the ice.
All right, you would see as Igni then cast against the ice, it'd roll over it, and it just have this very slight condensation on it. Otherwise, it's completely fine.
Okay. I will see if I can move around to try and help Beowulf get in close.
All right, you see Beowulf in the ice structure. You can see it kind of through like the reflection, but it's really hard to track to exactly where he is because the ice is distorting and warping the light going through it. So all you see is just shapes moving.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Has she ever, like in this whole fight, has she cast ice off of her ice, or was it just the ground?
It was only the ground. She's never cast it against air or her own ice.
But she had cast it on her equipment.
So we found one of her restrictions. She has to have something to cast it off of.
Yes.
I would still be wary, Beowulf, because she can cast it off of the ground wherever she is and impale you while you're going through there.
Thankfully, there is no ground because he caught her while she was sliding down the side of the ice, and then he forced her to use more ice while on there off her gauntlet. So right now there's just a huge spire of ice below her, which is why they're kind of like in this huge structure of ice spikes.
As I'm moving around, I'm kind of testing the ice to see what it can do. I want to...
All right, you do absolutely nothing to it.
Okay. So this is based... I want to try my Atarician Steel against it.
It scrapes off as if it just hit Black Rock.
I'm going to relay all of that to Beowulf. Well, to
Beowulf,
but...
you are tackled from the side as she comes out of one of the smaller nooks.
Beowulf's going to kinetic push this bitch off.
He does not have direct line to her because she came in from the side, so you can't get your palm directly on her.
I want to spectral sprint around into where they went into and see if I can't launch myself like a missile towards them.
You don't know exactly where they're at in there. All you know is where he went in, and it's a lot of nooks and crannies you're got to crawl through, also being a large guy.
Beowulf is going to use shock gravity at half strength to try to make her hit the roof.
Okay, you shoot yourself too, because shock gravity does have a big enough radius to shoot both of you. As that happens, you both slam into the roof, your helmet starts to ring around you, and you feel her hand slip into the visor and then touch your face. Instantly, you start to feel an intense hurt, and you smell the scent of rot in your helmet.
Can I use convert magic or conversion? Can convert magic into kinetic energy?
No, because you didn't know it was coming. Since you sent yourself flying, you lost visual, and also she was behind you anyway, so you had completely no way of knowing it was coming. Basically, you would only be able to convert that after the ability's already gone through, so...
Would Thea be able to try to use Abolish Effect on that?
I think you need line of sight for that, do you not?
Okay. Thea can roll control against a target to end a status effect they are currently under. If successful, the ability will persist for the next 10 minutes, stopping the effect from taking hold. However, if it fails, it will result in... It doesn't say anything about line of sight.
Okay. In that case, go ahead. Roll control. 18.
What is my control modifier?
Your control is expert, yes.
So that's a +5?
Yep.
Okay. I got an 18 + 5, motherfucker.
Alright, so you would indeed win that. You would abolish the effect. However, Atlas would tell you that you are now infected with necrosis, and you will die unless you receive magical attention almost immediately.
Beowulf is going to message to Melina. Or to the other Draconic, that he's going to Melina to heal him.
Okay. But besides that, the shock gravity would then wear off. You guys both fall. As that happens, you would then feel as she touches the back of your breastplate, and it starts to shoot out of ice as she then jumps off into a channel, and Regis then rounds that corner, and they run directly into each other, and they're now face to face.
Igni.
Beowulf, you are pinned to the floor as these ice spikes continue to expand and grow into each other, forcing you further and further downwards.
Okay, so I am going downwards.
Let's go.
You're sliding down the ice and being pressed hard against it, and as it grows more and more, your breastplate is put under more and more pressure as it's trying to resist all the forces being put under.
Ben was going to ask Atlas if he has any idea how to deal with ice.
But Atlas would say he just burn it, but... Alright, so you wanted to cast Igni, right?
Yep.
Alright, you cast Igni. Beowulf is behind her, so as I said, she would start to run down there. So Beowulf would be blasted by Hellfire as well.
Well, try to have his shield.
You do not, because you are currently pinned, as I described earlier. So your gauntlet that was already in critical temperature immediately is going to go melt mode, and then melt into squash.
Since all that has happened so far is Beowulf's gauntlet melting, how big of a favor would it take for me to not do that?
That's not all that happened, because it hit her, it rolled over her, hit Beowulf, melted his gauntlet. Okay. That's what happened.
How big of a favor?
It'd be too massive, I'd say. I think that's fair.
Do you want me to do it, Anthony? No, you already got it.
Okay. Instead of Igni, I will cast Ard to basically just fucking slam her into her own ice.
Alright, so as you guys round the corner, you would then see her, and in that split moment, you start to extend your arm. She's too slow to react due to being in fatigue stats, and you'd blast her with Ard, sending her flying backwards into the ice wall. As you see, there's a lot of kind of ice crystals in the air. She'd be very much dazed because she is not wearing her chest plate because she had to discard it earlier, and she looks to be pretty much stunned.
I want to rapid cast Ard and just keep pushing her in.
All right, Beowulf, you keep getting hit by Ard as well.
Hopefully Ard won't do too much to him. Maybe it might dislodge him and send him flying. You know?
Interesting thought.
Possible.
Yeah, so it would adjust him, and that would cause him to kind of slip in the ice, causing the expansion ice to then redirect towards Regis.
I will sidestep to the same side that the
sidestep on. No, she went straight.
Oh.
You blasted her straight back.
Yeah.
Which is why you were hitting Beowulf whenever you were pushing on her, because you had to push directly on her.
Yeah. In that case, I will sidestep and see if I can push past the ice.
You cannot, because the ice is big enough to cover the entire little tunnel or crevice. But you do sidestep and step in between two of the spikes, hitting that solid surface that's coming in between them, which forces you out of that crevice.
Is that a good thing for me? Bad thing for me?
It depends on how you look at it. Beowulf's sealed in there at the moment.
Bad thing for me. I was trying to get in there before he got sealed in.
So Beowulf will have to make do until you find another way to get to that spot. I love you too.
But I don't know exactly what is going on. I saw getting talked to.
Regis just got sealed outside of the little cavern of ice you guys were in because the Ard slipped you in the ice, causing your chest plate to then kind of slip down towards him, which caused the expanding ice to clog the tunnel and force him out.
Oh,
would the expanding ice have caught her and left her with me, or?
No, because it's expanding out of his chest plate. So it would just expand outwards towards you, since your force would cause him to slip. Since it was in a bind, he'd go that way. So the ice then would go down the tunnel towards you.
Okay, I get what you mean now. Well, fuck. I guess I'm gonna try and make my way out and see if there's another way around.
All right, you start to kind of probe your way in. Beowulf, you hear her making her way over to you. She is staggering around.
I'm charging up a kinetic bolt.
Beowulf starts to charge the kinetic bolt, but you are incapable of moving at the moment because you are clogged up and being held firm by all this ice connected to your chest plate.
Okay, well,
he can't move, but he can still like move his arms and everything because he's just kind of stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just can't really aim too well.
Yeah, well, the kinetic bolt cracked the area. So, that with her quick fire, I'm hoping if I charge one up,
Yep.
and if she comes up on that
she is
side.
right behind you because there was not a lot of separation between you guys.
Okay, she's right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't turn around.
Do I know she's right behind me?
You heard her.
Okay. I don't think I can use shock gravity to send her back the way she came. Because I think I have to have line of sight for that, don't I?
I believe so. I believe that's been established, yeah?
Okay. So she's right behind me. I guess I'm gonna try to kick her if I can.
You kick at her and you hit ice. You then feel she kind of grabs the back of your helmet and forces your head forward and tries to stab into your gorget.
Okay, so she's back behind. Okay, so
that's what I said. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was thinking there was a thing of ice around my back. Okay. So she's trying to stab into my gorget and at the back of my head.
Your gorget sinked it, so you were not hurt, but you did feel it hit. Regis, you have found a tunnel that looks promising.
I go in.
Okay. Roll luck.
Fuck. I'm fucked up on this one.
Fucked, motherfucker.
That's a 17.
All right, this indeed is a tunnel that will find Beowulf. Beowulf will survive a few more seconds.
Okay. I don't think I can do it, but I kind of want to try to hit my shield with the kinetic bolt, since it will ricochet off.
Payton.
But
wait a minute, question. Will the Ethereum hammer teleport him into solid material? Payton, hit something with the Ethereum hammer.
That is in my frog right now.
Hit yourself with the Ethereum hammer while it's in the front here.
Is that how that works? I guess I'm gonna shoot the kinetic bolt because hopefully we'll have enough energy to maybe knock her off balance or something.
Hey.
I'm not trying to hit her, I'm not trying to hit the ice and maybe...
Okay, Payton, I have a bit of a different idea.
Okay.
Shoot the kinetic bolt at the ice growing out of your chest to cut the ice off of your chest.
Can I do that?
You can try it.
I will try.
Alright, you shoot it, and the bolt makes contact. You see a minor fracture in it again.
Okay. How long was
you
I
make contact
charging it?
with your... A few seconds, a little bit less. As I said, she was already pretty close, though. So she would then force your head off to the side again, and she would stab downwards. It does stab into your neck, and you'd feel as warm blood start to gush out. That is one of your vital systems down.
Okay.
You are in fatigue stats, by the way.
Okay, so she's hit me. Is the sword out of me or no?
It's a knife, but it is still in your throat.
Okay.
Regis, you round the corner.
Do I see her?
Yep.
I want to immediately activate short charge and spectral sprint. Beowulf survive this. I took care of that one, Payton.
Okay.
All right.
And I want to basically charge into her because her chest plate's off, right?
Yep.
I want to charge into her and run her through with my Adderisian steel. And thankfully,
All right.
Special Sprint makes my footsteps quiet. So hopefully she won't notice
Yep.
until it's too late.
Yep. So you would then start to advance on her. Spectral Sprint has Kamul appear around you, right?
No, not as far as I'm aware.
Thought it did. I thought that's why you had Kamul's running speed.
Yeah, Kamal Shrouds. As Kamal Shrouds.
Kamul shrouds and adds its speed to the host, yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
So the light from Kamul would glint off the ice, and that would cause her to whip around. As that happens, you would then kind of like sidestep, and that would cause you to make contact with her rear bracer, which would cause your sword to deflect off. That does slam into her quite enough force, though. She goes flying, and she slams into her own ice, knocking her out as she slides down into a small little pocket below the ice level.
Okay, I'm gonna go finish this bitch.
Dia says that if you can leave her alive, because you don't know what these guys know. Some people might know stuff that other ones don't.
Beowulf is going to say, raise him up, so in case this vision dies.
Okay, I go and I cut the straps off of Beowulf's armor so he can move free.
All right, you would then release the armor. Yeah.
Okay. Beowulf's going to get free. And she's knocked out? Yeah, nay, you said.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
going
she's knocked
to walk over to her and just to make sure.
All right. There is a big old thud. Beowulf.
She was still wearing her helmet, so that should just cause some more blunt damage.
At what point does Dia go into fatigue stats? It's around 200, right?
I think so. It's 1/10 of his stamina.
1/10 of his stamina.
wait.
Okay. No, that's super.
Wait. Let me look at
I believe it's a
Alphaeus.
quarter of his stam.
It might be.
Okay. If it is a quarter, then it's about 200. All right. He's almost in fatigue stats.
Well, he will be in normal stats because Beowulf boosted him earlier.
Yes, but he'd still be fatigued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do? There are 2 more demigods on the field. Dia is keeping him in Chrono Cocoon on one, and Sia and Kevin are stun locking the other.
Yeah.
I want to drag the one lady out of the ice. That way.
So Vegas kind of like lays down and starts to like reach down in there and stuff. He's trying to pull her out. Beowulf, what do you want to do while he's busy doing that?
Beowulf is going to start making his way out. He's going to pull the knife out of his throat.
Okay.
I would say y'all go help Dia first. It seems like we got everything covered for the most part, stun locking him. So.
And you don't have to worry about the dead falling from the sky anymore because she's out fucking cold.
Well, right now the biggest problem is Beowulf is at 260 stamina. Dia is at 235, so they're both almost gassed out.
Yeah. Which only leaves Regis to take the brunt of everything.
Yeah. So something Beowulf can do is give more of his stamina to Dia, so Dia can keep it up longer.
Can't you?
No, Peyton, you can't. You can't move stam.
Can't you convert your magic into stamina though?
No.
No.
No, that's not a thing anymore.
That's never been a thing.
Right, it was magic to magic. Like you can move magic across your
You can move magic around, but you can't move stam around. Peyton keeps thinking you can. I have to keep telling him you can't, but you can't.
I keep on hoping you can.
I could have swore that Beowulf had an ability that let him turn magic into.
I don't have to sleep. Uh, because I get basically stamina from kinetic
That's not what he's talking
particles.
about.
Okay.
He was talking about the conversion one where you can convert magic into to kinetic energy.
Okay.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
After I want to pull her out that way, she can't if she does wake up, she can't use her armor to seal herself in there.
Okay.
Okay. I'm kind of thinking we are gonna need Thea and Kevin to take out Dag.
Huh. How do you propose?
Uh, because Beowulf and Thea is both almost out of stamina, so very shortly they will not be able to even defend themselves.
Then how do we deal with Stella as well? Because as soon as we stop,
Yeah.
pummeling him, he's gonna pummel us.
Uh,
Because if Dag and Stell get together, they're some of the two most prominent in the group that we're fighting. So if they get together and stuff, then that poses another problem. We still gotta take out them as well.
if we can get rid of Stell's head from his shoulders.
Yes, okay. How do you pose the beheading of
It
Stell?
jumps to the end result. He's like, if we can behead him.
That's the meat
Yeah.
cake.
I'm gonna see if I got a special form to help with actually attacking armor.
Okay, so Peyton, do you have a spare shield?
I do not think so.
Okay.
What?
Damn, my earbuds are gone. They do not exist.
What?
I'll be back.
Okay, Arnold.
Yep. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Alright,
So
so what do you guys want to do?
I'll radio over to Dia and ask if he has a spare shield.
I don't think he does.
Is Thea using her shield at all?
In between, yeah. Yeah, she's
Okay.
using it to rim strike or shield bash, but not she's not hard dedicated to it now.
Reason being, I have a specialized form of blocking for deflection.
Would Thea
So
be?
I could theoretically keep someone occupied for a second.
Would Thea be able to, in the small seconds of opening she get, be able? Does she know the general direction Regis is in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say for now, don't worry about it.
Okay.
The reason I say for now is you might need it, and Regis typically doesn't fight with a shield, so even though he knows how to use it, he might be a bit rusty.
Fair enough.
Kevin would then, you would see as kind of that blue steam starts to emanate from his bionic shell again, and then he'd look down and look up at Stell like, oh yeah.
Oh, it's going down, motherfucker.
It appears whatever the fuck he did earlier has recharged in some capacity.
Fuck, hell yeah.
Theo would now kind of start to get a little bit of a bearings on what that thing is. It seems that the Morrigan preserved the bionic thing with it and then switched out its power source for probably her own Ethereum.
Oh, that's
and it seems
cool.
that it probably has a recharge period.
Oh shit, hell yeah, Kevin is goated now, hell yeah.
A beast.
Damn, Kevin, whoop his ass, motherfucker.
Alright, so he needs an opening in order to land a clean shot. Otherwise, he probably won't do a lot of damage just because you guys have been hitting this motherfucker like crazy, and he still doesn't even have a bruise on him.
Okay, I want to create that opening the best way I can.
Alright, Sia does this in the best way she knows how. She tackles that fucker.
Hell yeah.
She tackles them, they both hit the mud, and as the mud goes flying, you would then see Kevin rear up from above, and you would start to see that steam puff out the sides. Thea is going to fucking duck and roll as Kevin then starts to come down, and instantly you hear the sound barrier break, and you see wind start to part.
Damn. Fuck yeah, Kevin. Shit, he's cool.
Big boom. He comes down with. Keep in mind, he was boosted earlier by Beowulf too. So he comes down with an absurd amount of force. As he makes contact with Stell's face, you see a bright flash of light, as apparently he hit him hard enough to condense air into plasma.
Jesus.
Again.
Since he is in again, so since he hit mud, Stell kind of sinks deep into the mud as Kevin's legs then go.
Okay.
He is currently chest deep in mud with Stell buried down there somewhere.
Nice. Could I use thermal in my visor to like try to see where he is?
Unfortunately, Arnold taught me that mud blocks thermal.
Oh yeah, predator. Yeah, it's okay. Is there any way I could like see him down there? X-ray vision?
I can't. Maybe. No, that wouldn't work because the ground's consecrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, because the visor doesn't have X-ray vision.
Yeah, you'd have to have Beowulf's seismic sense.
okay, well, I guess Kevin and I will regroup together. You're trying to just look to
Kevin's
see.
trying to pull his legs out. He's like, "Oh my god!"
I go to Kevin and I help him pull his legs out.
All right, you hear like that wet fucking mud sound as like it breaks suction and he comes out.
Okay, and then Kevin and I getting at the ready to see where this fucker's gonna come out at.
All right, you can see some bubbles down in the mud, and then Stell slowly pulls himself out and kind of shakes his head. You'll see that his nose is broken and his lips are bleeding, and he's missing a tooth.
Damn!
Can I savage conclusion, Kevin?
Oh, you don't mean like punch Kevin?
No, can I like amp his strike? What's savage
let me look at the
conclusion?
wording. Can total double the output on a melee strike while limiting blowback to the attack. Yes. Yes, you can, because there is no restriction that has to be yours.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna savage conclusion Kevin and I'm gonna say, Kevin, whoop his ass.
I'd
Alright,
say
you have conclusion, Kevin.
it
His
is a low
current
possibility.
his current bionic legs are no longer active. As you guys saw earlier, it's really only good for one attack. But now he has Savage Conclusion again. He is a buffed fucking death horse, and he's gonna kick him again.
Hell yeah.
This will cause his entire body to jostle off to the side as he is still halfway submerged in mud. And Kevin then realizes this and realizes he can't stagger away, which means punching bag.
Hell yeah. Alright, well I guess we'll pummel the
And he
fucker.
just stands there and starts kicking the shit out of his head over and over and over again.
I imagine this guy was not beat this badly the last time y'all fought.
No.
No. He fucked up Beowulf.
Yeah. And the fact that we were able to keep him at bay and then, Kevin's fucking bionic legs got enhanced. Hell yeah, we fucked this shit up.
Hell yeah.
So, now, apparently, Thea's starting to realize that, actually, he was kind of right. Horseman of War was kind of right.
Yeah.
Things are built different now.
Yeah, I guess so. Goddamn. Alright. Well, shit.
Alright, Dia would point out that Kevin is stun locking this guy solo at the moment because there is no need for anybody to be where he's staggering to because he's stuck in mud, just getting his head kicked over and over again.
So Kevin kind of needs to stay there so, he can keep fucking Stell staggered.
Kevin is using Stell to train. He's mixing in like horse martial arts. Like he's switching up like with like headbutts and like jabs, and like he whirls around and like slaps him with his fucking ass as like he goes in a circle. Like he's like testing out some moves on this guy.
I'm gonna say, Kevin, keep beating his ass. I'm gonna go help the others.
All right. You would then advance back into the fight. You would see that Dag is still being held in Chrono Cocoon. Ragus and Beowulf would just now be exiting the ice structure, and it is currently a 4v1.
All right. Well, shit. Okay.
Dia would ask if everybody's ready because he's about to release him.
Yeah, ready as we'll
May
ever
as
be,
well
I
be.
guess.
All right, he's going to release him and to take a step back and then wait. Dag would then immediately center himself and he's like, well, fuck, everybody's out.
I want to immediately wrap my chains around him.
All right, as you do,
Hold on just a second.
lights and put off an absurd amount of thermal heat as he activates
lagged.
one of his last.
Either you lagged or I lagged. I don't know which one. It might have been me this time.
I will kill the fucking universe. Anyways, what I was saying is he then will start to radiate an absurd amount of light and heat as he activates one of his fucking Hail Mary abilities. Stell is going to use let me look at it. He's going to use Bonds of Brotherhood, and he is going to send his strength to Dag.
Fuck!
Damn. Well, shit.
However, since he is currently reduced strength, that means his durability is also reduced. Kevin knocks him out.
All right. Kevin, get your ass over here, man.
Kevin is a little bit sad he can't practice horse martial arts on him anymore, but he's going to advance on Dag.
Cool. So we got Kevin.
Dag's strength is now at about 500,000.
Jesus fuck.
Okay, yeah, I don't wrap my chains around him anymore. I fucking cut friction and wrap that shit back to me.
All right. So you would then pull that shit back, and you immediately will kind of take a few steps off, like, oh shit. And yeah, he is going to advance on, we'll say, Dia.
That makes sense, you know. This is a motherfucker that's kept him stun locked for the past however long he's been stunned. So
I hop on Kevin, and we're going after Dag.
All right, as you then advance on Dag, Dag's going to wait till last second and use photonic transmutation and turn into pure light as you run through him, and he continues on his advance on Dia.
Oh shit.
I want to now also move to intercept.
All right, you move to intercept.
Is he still pure light?
No, it only lasts for a fraction of a second.
As I move around, I want to see if I can get like on the side that Dia's on and cast Ard to send him away.
You then start to try to loop around him. You're not going to outrun him. At the moment, he is moving quite fast. He's moving at about 700 or 800 miles an hour, about that range.
I do have, and this is my last one, but I do have a shock pin. I don't know what that would do, if that would be used to our advantage, but
also,
I have one.
I have a Morgul blade and a 3 Manticore quills.
Okay, well, we can do something to this dude. Then, okay, cool.
Okay.
Well,
So I want to,
Alright, so-
since I realize I probably can't catch him, I'm going to take the second to prepare, reach into my backpack, pull out the Morgul blade, and slip it into one of my froggers.
All right. As that happens, Dag's going to collide with Dia. Dia's going to take a few steps back as he is definitely not capable of physically opposing him at the moment. Dag's going to then swing his spear downwards at him, immediately imbuing it with Corona, and that causes Dia's pauldron to be superheated. And then Dag kicks him down using Corona again, knocking him to the ground, superheating his chest plate.
Am I close to, like, how close am I to Dia?
You did stop for the Morgul blade, so you're still roughly the distance that you were whenever you stopped for that.
What distance was that?
I'd say 80 to 120 feet in that range.
I want to run in and see if I can cast Ard. Honestly, at both of them, I'm going to give Dia a message to be prepared. I'm going to try and give him a bit of distance.
All right. As you push in, you would then start to use Ard, and as that happens, he'd use Magnetic Pulse and send you and Dia both flying. He would then advance at Dia while he's being pushed away and grab him mid-air, slamming him back into the ground.
So we saved the most troublesome one for last.
yes.
Yeah, like I said, this guy, he's something else.
I probably should have taken out him first and not the other bitch. I don't know, if I hadn't taken out the other one, Thea probably might not have been able to keep stun locking him. So
You would notice as Dia's armor has gone critical since solar radiance is going to put off excess raw heat and light, which would push his Adamantine steel over the limit, and it would start to melt around his armor.
Can I use abolish effect?
Is it only for magical effects, or does that apply to laws of physics effects as well?
The rogue control. Currently under
Status effect. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so no, you can't do that.
Would suppress spell work?
You could use suppress spell. Yes, I do believe so.
Okay, do I have a direct line of sight of Dia?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you'd have to suppress Deg's spell.
Oh, so I have. Okay, so I do see Deg, correct?
Yeah, and keep in mind that would only suppress solar radiance, and that would also meet this. Yeah, you have to remain stationary while casting. It's 10 stam per minute. So that would only suppress his solar radiance, and the armor that's already melting would still continue to melt.
Okay. Rune's Edge. How would that be useful in this?
When wielding an edged weapon, Thea can cut the fabric of a spell, cause it to part around. If a spell is directed at you, you can use Rune's Edge to basically nullify that spell before it reaches you. But in this effect, this is an internal spell, so it really wouldn't do anything, because if you're cutting through the spell, you'd already be cutting through Dag.
Okay. Well, we're going to just... Kevin and I are going to charge Dag, trying to, pummel him. It's probably not going to work,
right.
but I'll take it off of Dia.
So you would then charge Dag, and as that happens... Alright, you guys both push in, and as that happens, this is where Dia is being slammed into the ground. He would then weave as the spear's coming down, using danger sense in order to try and keep up. However, he is getting close to fatigue stats, and that's about to drop his reaction time. As that happens, you both would be reaching him roughly the same time.
Alright, and Kevin and I are going in to, just fucking pummel this dude if we can.
Alright, Kevin runs straight first into Dag and then hits the brakes before he tramples Dia. Dag stumbles off to the side, then whirls his spear around, kind of slashing the edge outwards towards you in a wide arc. Ragus, as you're pushing in, you see his hand on his chest belt here.
I'm going to give, I'm going to give Thea that warning, and I want to see if I can art him back. Wait, what happened when I cast art earlier?
He hit you with magnetic pulse.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cast art again anyways to see if I can push him back.
Alright. You start to extend your hand in a sign, and as that happens, he would then immediately blast everyone with magnetic pulse. You would then see his hand finish the motion, drawing a pin from his chest belt, and it immediately expands into a javelin glowing with plasma, and he starts to throw it at Dia while he's airborne.
Can I use kinetic push and shoot that thing off course?
I'm going to send... I was about to say, if Beowulf didn't do anything, I was going to send Kamul for Shield of Kamul, just poof.
Alright, so Beowulf would then kind of run in, since now he's joining the fray, and he'd blast it with kinetic push. That would constantly be thrown offline, and he would hit the ground rolling over a few times. But Beowulf is now also in the fight, and Dag would then have to address Beowulf since he was not caught up in the magnetic pulse.
Beowulf is going to be going at him.
Oh, yeah.
With the spear in his hand, but he's planning on reaching for the Therium hammer, dropping the spear, and trying to hit Dag if possible.
Alright, so as that happens, he would start to pull another javelin from his side, but he is hit by slow entity from Dia, and that drastically slows his speed.
So, as I get hit with magnetic pulse, I want to wraith leap into the air. That way I kind of at least steady myself as I'm gliding through. As I hit the ground.
I want to throw Kevin at Dag. And let everyone know there's a flying Kevin gonna come.
Okay, so as that happens, so as Beowulf takes the heat off, Dia then slows Dag for one, and then also on top of that, he's going to accelerate Entity. All three of you guys, he's going to tell you guys to use it well because he's going to go into super fatigue. And everybody is going to be accelerated by a factor of 10.
Okay.
Okay, Beowulf is not going to use the Ethereum hammer because no.
Okay. Regis is going to do very similar to what he did earlier, except this time he is going to see if instead of forming the spear, he can form the Kamul's dual sabers and use his experience to see if I can weave around and cut the straps of his armor.
Well, no, probably not, because the straps of his armor are not all revealed. Proper armor has most of it obscured, which is why it's so hard to get straps off. So you might be able to get one, maybe two, but you're definitely not going to be able to get a lot of straps.
Thea is still gonna throw Kevin, but she's gonna charge Dag as well as she throws
Kevin is now moving 10 times the speed while he's airborne. And also Thea threw him with a lot more force because she was also accelerated.
Bionic legs forward, Kevin.
Superman.
Kevin got some forward. They're unfortunately not charged up at this point, but yeah, he goes flying and he slams into Dag. Dag's going to stagger back. His effect would wear off before yours. Slow Entity is shorter than Accelerate Entity.
I want to. Am I able to hit him at the same time that Kevin hits him?
No, because Kevin was throwing a lot faster than you were running.
Okay.
But you do get there directly after, and you see that he is pulling a pin. That javelin is wide.
Shoulder check him, try to shoulder check him in the ground, using my shield as a barrier.
Alright, you would then shoulder check him, he then falls back and then hurls his javelin at Regis. As that happens, Dia is going to use slow object because he has just barely enough stamina to pull that off. And then he's going to collapse in exhaustion.
Okay.
That's going to cause him to practically freeze in the air.
I want to move out of the way. I am going to spectral sprint, short charge. Let me do all this. Spectral sprint, short charge doesn't cost anything. Nazgul's flurry, Kamul's arsenal, and spear charge him. Especially since he's knocked down, I want to see if how is his armor styled?
His armor is very European Knight styled, with a lot of stun motifs on it. But as far as coverage goes, it's basically European Knight.
Okay, so if I look up European Knight, I would get a good figure.
Yeah, I'd say late stage European Knights, though.
Beowulf is going to toss the spear to the side and draw his sword, but his main goal is to make sure Dig stays down and doesn't try to do anything. His first priority.
By the way, Thea, I put you on autopilot to push on him. Yes or no?
Yes, I was gonna say if I could use a Savage Conclusion on me and Kevin as well for like a total of like 4 usage between the both of us. So 2 for me and 2 for him.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. First, Regis will be getting there, and then it will be you, and then it'll be Beowulf.
Styled like that.
Let me get over there. Very similar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
So-
minor differences, but extremely similar.
Is his bottom still open?
That's not open. That is a chain queef, which is still covering the counter and Kyrus. Queef.
However,
Or queef.
I have a chance to hit a demigod in the balls with a spear going at 12,000 miles an hour.
Hey, that's the right way to think about it.
And he's being held down by Beowulf.
No.
No.
Regis gets there first, then Beowulf.
Okay.
Yeah, because Regis was already moving really fast. Beowulf knocked him down, but Gragas will then be getting there next, and then it's Thea because she's next in line to getting directly to him, and then it's you who would then push after you knock him down.
So that's exactly what I'm aiming for, is that where he got knocked down. I'm aiming for that opening between his legs.
He's wearing a cup.
All right.
Yes,
he would then push deeper into the ground as he is then jostled. Thea and Kevin, who was already there, basically, would then get there. Thea, you come down to Savage Conclusion.
Yes.
I'm on Kinetic Strike.
Damn it.
That too.
I wish you could have Savage Conclusion my nut shot.
I don't think it would done
How
anything.
big of a favor would it take to go back?
I would not recommend it because Peyton is right.
Damn. It was instead of double the output, though. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
It would double the output, but unfortunately it won't hurt them because right now they're aiming for headshots. You can still concuss somebody through a helmet. It's just hard. You can't do ball damage through a cup.
What I should have done, though, I should have grabbed his javelin out of the air and used it, because I imagine it'd probably be a little bit stronger than Kamul's spear.
Yeah, the only problem is that you'd hit him with a lot of solar light, in essence.
Oh, so that would have been counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Either way, I still hit a demigod in the balls.
Yeah, so Thea punches the shit out of him. His head's going to jostle back. Kevin then comes in and drops the fucking double hook on him. All right, you then double up Kevin. Kevin will then jostle his head back even further. His entire body kind of flips up for a moment and then slaps back down as then Beowulf comes in.
Beowulf is going to have the Adousian sword, and if he can, going to try to strike to do damage. If not, he's like on pommel strike.
All right. What do you mean strike to do damage? Like, what do you do with the sword?
Thrust.
All right. He then thrust. It made contact with the chest plate, and it would skirt off. Beowulf, remember that Midnight gets its power directly from the amount of solar not radiation, but radiance it absorbs. He did use that solar radiance spell earlier, so this Midnight has been absurdly buffed.
Okay.
One thing I want to do while everything's going on, I want to wrap my chain around his neck.
Okay. Kamul would immediately interrupt you as you start to throw it and tell you to wrap it around his legs so he can't get up.
That's a better idea. I wrap it around his legs to make sure he can't move.
All right, you would then wrap it around his legs, stopping him from being able to try to get back up to gain ground. Kevin then comes down with his second strike as Thea then kicks the shit out of the side of his head as Kevin hits one side and Thea hits the other. Beowulf, you now have an open action.
Since I won't be able to actually strike and do anything with my sword, I guess after they both strike, I'm gonna try to go in and pommel strike to try to knock his helmet up, like make the straps loosen up some.
All right, you'd smack the shit out of it with your pummel. You'd switch to Mortschlag and just fucking smack the shit out of him.
I am going to send a question through the voice for the telepathy. Can we kill this one?
Yes.
Okay, Dia's out. Dia can get no input.
Damn it. Gonna say, I mean, we could, but also,
if we could take him out as a prisoner, great.
Is he worth trying to contain as a prisoner?
Probably not. He is the most powerful one out of all the ones we fought today, so he probably the most stubborn to try to keep contained. Do what you must.
Hayden. Kronos knows kind of what Dia was thinking, right?
Maybe.
Could Atlas ask Kronos just to make sure?
Beowulf can see if that will work. Beowulf will ask Atlas to try to get in contact with Kronos.
Yeah, Kronos will go to Dia's dream and such and then communicate it with him through there because we've already established Draconic Emperors can do that.
Sure.
Yeah, Kronos will then come back and he very monotone, very uninterested, then inform Atlas that Dia pointed out that Deg's the leader of the group, so if anyone's going to have the most information about the assault, it'll be Deg.
Damn it.
Okay.
I won't mortal blade him. I imagine that as Beowulf heard this, he relayed it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume so, yeah.
yeah, nope. I can't mortal blade him.
So you guys kick the shit out of this guy for fucking a while. Like, he can't get up. He can't stand.
I keep on more
Kevin and Thea were fucking stun locking Stell on their own. And now they have Regis and Beowulf all there also kicking the shit out of him. And frankly, they didn't notice, but a while into it, he got knocked out, and they just kept fucking hitting him because they didn't know he was knocked out. So,
But Beowulf.
You know what? You know what I just thought about, though, and everything, and like taking prisoners and all that? There's one person who could very easily contain all of them, who would be highly interested in all the information that they have.
yeah, she's behind you.
Oh!
Thea's gonna say, "Oh, hi, how you doing?"
Yeah, so as everybody kind of like backs up and the dust is still heavy in the air from all the debris from the ground that they have decimated beneath Deg, there'd just be the silhouette of the Morgan standing on the edge of the crater, just kind of watching in on the destruction that everybody just jumped this fucking demigod and kicked the shit out of him.
All right. Especially now that she's here, I'm going to run over to Dia and make sure he's all right.
Yeah, he's good. He's just exhausted.
Hi.
I'm going to go ahead and
Hi,
fireman
Morgan.
carry him to move him around a bit.
All right. So as that happens, the Morgan will then approach down in the little ditch thing. She'd kind of move her hand, and in that moment, all their armors would be completely removed from their body.
Jesus.
Beowulf will end up putting his sword up for the time being. Like, he should need this.
Yeah, Regis is
She
going
would then-
to... Sorry, go ahead.
She would then hold out kind of these three little bandlets to three of you guys, and then kind of just hand them off to you guys. At the moment, she has not said a word.
Uh-huh. I'll take the bandlet.
I will as well.
Okay.
I will too.
Okay. She would then kind of just lace her fingers in front of her, then kind of nod down at Deg, like, do it.
Do it.
Just do
I-
it.
Bandlet's kind of like a wrist, like clamp.
Beowulf's gonna put it on Deg.
All right. You would then see as it would start to glow with indigo runes, and it immediately starts sapping his divine power.
Thea's gonna
They
put
will-
it as well on him.
Well,
Okay.
wouldn't it be better
As
to,
the, there you go.
wouldn't it
Yeah.
be better to spread them out?
Yeah. Beowulf is
I'm going to go to the undead lady.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'll go to
Beowulf's
Stell.
going to tell they go to Stale.
Yeah, I'll go to Stell.
All right. So you then would also clamp it on Stell. And as that happens, again, it'd be very kind of quiet, almost eerily so, as everybody's going about their business. And you guys would then reapproach the crater as the Morgan would then kind of flick her wrist down and cause for all the debris to just settle.
Oh,
Yeah, mind you, burying Deg beneath a good 2-3 inches of dust and debris.
dang.
They're fine.
She would then say, "You've done well. I didn't expect you to address them."
Well, we had to do something with the information I got from the horsemen. I didn't want to just keep them, here without us addressing them. They could cause problems for us in the future. So, best to address them first and nip that in bud.
She then smiles good-naturedly and says, "I didn't expect the Horsemen of War to be revealing that information either.
Yes.
Still, it's good that you did handle it. I was going to deal with it, but took something off my plate." He would then approach Deg and then crouch down next to him, placing her hand upon his forehead, as then she immediately will force her way into his mind and rip out any amount of information about the divine assault.
Oh, damn.
damn.
She would then
Beowulf's gonna
stand and
go
rub her
grab
fingers
his
together
veil.
and then nod. As she would then direct her hand towards Dia, reinvigorating him with some stamina so that he will then be able to arise from his exhaustion.
Bear in
Like,
mind,
what the
he's still
fuck?
on my shoulders.
Yeah,
I didn't put
he
it
then
down.
kind of pats you like, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh shit, really? Bet.
It's like,
I could've-
all right. Okay. With that, she'll then say that she now knows exactly what gods are coming.
Which gods are we dealing with?
All right. I'm going to give you guys the offer. I can either wait till next session to send these to you guys, or I can send them now. You guys can read through them. Like, I know Anthony doesn't mind reading. So if Anthony doesn't mind reading, he can read them out loud, and then everybody can kind of experience them together and talk.
I say,
I'm fine.
I say we go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and forward them to Anthony, and then I'll forward it to the chat.
I will say that I really want the dead ladies or the undead lady powers. I'm not gonna lie.
She has some cool fucking powers.
She does.
I don't know why it's sending individually, but okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
it's just
in the main chat.
Yeah. The main
A
chat.
Kalmar.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
A Kalmar, goddess of dignity and respect, Vigilus' mistress. Oh fuck. She's a great warrior. She was trained by Vigilus when he saw great potential in her. After many decades of training, she is said to have been able to compete with the god of victory's own swordsmanship. However, his superior divine power and mastery of all weapons always made him the stronger combatant. When Vigilus was absorbed, she had a lot of hate in her heart, but over time it softened to her old self. As a silent memorial to her old mentor, she started to wear all gold like his armor. Most recently, Achilles made advances on her after his mistress was destroyed by the nightmare Noctis' avatar. Damn. She was repulsed by this and denied his advances, resulting in her being deployed to Thanatar to fight other pantheons. Hey, we might be able to turn her to our side, okay?
Dubs in
I
chat for
remember
Vigilus'
that.
mistress.
Carl was
Hey,
there.
Dubs, Carl in
Carl?
chat.
Carl? Wait, where's Carl?
Carl, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, if you recall, whenever Gojira was Noctis' avatar for a brief moment, Carl got him to the grove. That's what they were just referring to.
Oh, Carl.
Carl!
And the last thing he did before like getting yeeted away is attack the mistress of Achilles, if I remember correctly.
Dubs,
Yeah.
Carl.
Carl.
Sinestria, goddess of blessings and divine favor, daughter of light. That's what she was dubbed by her peers. Fitting, she was born to the goddess of light herself. She always wished to do what was right as well, so she couldn't think of a more proper name. When she was still just a demigod, she helped establish the zodiac dogma in the mortal plane. It wasn't difficult. She simply saw that so many mortals were self-interested, and that made them easy to maneuver. Still, the zodiac saw fit to make her a goddess for it. It wouldn't have been her first choice, but gods rarely ask for permission. To make matters more obtuse, she was named Goddess of Blessings and Divine Favor, which meant her peaceful afterlife was traded for a godhood of managing different blessings and divine gifts. Her mother was even bold enough to ask her to keep notes of which mortals she liked and didn't like. But of course, Sinestria agreed to do it, just as she always had. Again, someone we could turn to our side.
Yeah.
Petra, goddess of distance and bows. We are going to get hit from like the distance from here to the
8
Greek
billion
camp.
miles away.
Galen, early on I got fucked up by Archer. Now it's gonna happen again.
A god archer.
Petra is the second daughter of Kon. She once walked alongside him in the Mystery Grove, but the two became estranged when Petra full-heartedly started to support Achilles' hegemony. Oh no. We can't save her. This caused a
Everybody's like,
centuries-long
fuck this bitch, she's lost.
This caused a centuries-long quarrel that eventually resulted in Petra being disowned by Kon. She now serves as one of Achilles' most faithful followers, while Kon keeps to himself, disheartened by his blood supporting the deity that slew his hounds all those eons ago. So Kon, we could get Kon on our side.
Mm-hmm.
Cone's an absolute fucking G. We love Cone.
Palu, god of vitality and brotherhood. Isn't that one? Isn't that what fucking the other one was that we just fought? Stel?
Yeah, that is Stell's father.
Palu was once a hired god, lieutenant to Vigiles and commander of his left flank, but his journey found misfortune when Achilles sought to meet with Vigiles to make amends. Palu warned Vigiles that Achilles had to have an
ulterior motive.
ULT, an ulterior motive. Yeah. That it was not in Achilles' nature to seek peace, but Vigiles told him that he'd be no better than his brother if he didn't seek peace when it was offered. He left, and then he was no more. Paula raised Vigiles' old army against Achilles to avenge his fallen brother, but no one had realized just what had happened in that meeting. Achilles slammed into their host with unstoppable force, far stronger than he should have been, especially since his other dyad half was killed. Palu was defeated and stripped of much of his power. He was punished for eons before Arabella secured his release. Achilles assumed his long punishment had broken him. It didn't. His will remained every bit as strong as it was the day his brother was stolen from him. Since then, he has bided his time serving Arabella and his people, waiting for the day he can destroy the god who betrayed them.
We can
turn this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's already turned.
We can just get him on our side.
We get to convince him and also return his son.
Here's your son back. I'm glad we didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Corvinal, goddess of vampires and promiscuity.
Ooh,
Corvinal has always hated politics. It's so confusing. Sorry.
It's so confusing.
Who cares who's in charge? It's just going to change anyways, so I worry about who's calling the shots. Instead, she chose to enjoy her immortal life rather than constantly fighting and silent civil war like so many of the other gods. But Corvinal found herself opposed to authority when refused.
It's a rough draft. I'm sorry. I should have read over before giving him to you guys.
She found herself opposed to authority when she refused a summons from Achilles. She preferred to stay with one of her sires in bed. But when a Draco appeared in her coven on the mortal plane, it was clear that there was no other choice. Now she's sent here, an obvious power play by Achilles to force her to fall in line. She hates it, but there isn't much of a choice with so many loyalists watching her. So we can turn her.
Promiscuous cat. Yeah, we can get promiscuous.
He really just sent all the people that could say, hey, we're actually going to side with these people over here and turn on you.
Well, it's because he's hoping that they'll get themselves killed by fighting other gods.
Well, also, there's might be Dracos here, so those are gone.
Not might. Look at the chat.
Yeah, most definitely Dracos here.
I am in the pictures right now, bro.
Yeah.
Kogarot, god of Lycankind and inner rage. Kogarot was once great, the son of Khon, higher god of Lycankind and indomitable will.
Higher god.
Lycankind looked to him for protection from their inner beast, and he stood with them, aiding in the control of the violence of their primal nature. But then the Dragomarking happened, and he was humbled by Helios. This awoke in his beast, but still he controlled it just. The war was over, and he still couldn't cope with the humiliation. That is when Chiron stepped in. He helped him find peace. After many decades with Chiron, he heard of Helios' death. He thought he'd be happy and that his death would please him, but it didn't. He felt nothing. His pride was quieted by focus, and he was a new god. Then Achilles ordered the second invasion of the mortal plane. He said that all the Draconic emperors, save one, were dead. He said that they couldn't be stopped anymore. He was wrong. That last dragon was Goldlock. And when Kogarot tried to do what was asked of him, his godly domain was fractured in a single blow, and in an instant he was robbed of his power, his friends, and his dedication to controlling the beast.
Scary.
Blatevir, god of sea raiders and warlords. Honor, decency, mercy. These are all virtues that do not describe Blatevir. He is a raider, a reaver, a raper.
Grapes.
He has no moral compass. His only guiding light is his own selfish wants. With this kind of personality, it was only a matter of time before Achilles learned to make use of him. In the time after the Dragomachi, Achilles found himself wanting for enforcers while his Dracos were being made. this is when Bladevere became more useful. He didn't hesitate, he didn't argue. As long as there was blood and valuables, he was happy. A simple god. A bit too simple. After the Dracos were crafted, Achilles had little use of his old dog. He was ignored and rarely sent out of the divine realm, which meant Bladevere had to endure centuries without a single raid or battle. It was torture. Now he has been deployed again under the command of a Draco, albeit, but still, this is his chance to prove an old dog can still learn new tricks. We're not turning this guy. He is in it just for the
Hell no. Yeah, he is.
Sarkarion, god of
Sub-Zero.
hidden sight and understanding, Lord of the Cherubim. Lord of the Cherubim, he was styled. A good-intentioned title, no doubt, but still inaccurate. The Cherubim did not gravitate to him. Or the Cherubim did gravitate to him. How could they not? Their minds held some of the darkest secrets and the most tainted knowledge. Who else could they find common ground with aside from Sarkarion? He was the eclipse god, the god who looked upon the darkness of the unknown with his hidden sight, gleaned that corona of light. He could make sense of the jumbled noise of existence, the noise that would drive so many others mad. He wasn't alive during the fall of Vigileus or the Dragamaki. Perhaps things would have been different then. But now he is here. Not because their victory is assured, but because in that noise there is a single glint of silence. Something that refuses to be known. He must discover what it is. He must learn what piece is set to the board with such ambiguity it defies a god.
Last but certainly not least.
Oh. Savia, goddess of darkness and secrets, student of the Phantom Queen.
And also,
What is a Morrigan witch with no magic? That is the question Savia had to ask herself when she was born to the Morrigan line, but magically stunted. Her mother discarded her. There was no use of a fledgling witch without the Archon gift. But Savia was a descendant of the Morrigan. She would not settle into a life of mediocrity. She searched for her great-grandmother's ancient labs, and she found one. It took her 8 years to figure out how to get in. She may not have had the gift to control magic, but she did have an affinity for understanding it, greater than all but her line's original sire. Once she was inside, she pored over the Morrigan's grimoires and notes. There had to be something to fix her. Over the decades of deciphering these texts, she started to idolize her great-grandmother. She started to become obsessed, and soon she learned the truth. She couldn't be fixed. Not unless she had access to a magic spark so great that it rivaled the gods. But there was no one like that. Not anymore. In her despair, she was approached by a Mo who saw an opportunity. He offered to make her a god. He claimed that her mind was too valuable to let decay to the ages. Savia agreed quickly, because before her stood the one god with strong enough magic to ignite her internal fire. She served for centuries, but with each completed task, it became more and more clear that the god of magic would never ignite her potential. Of course, not a Morrigan god. She'd be far too powerful to control. She'd be able to kill Zodiacs. But now she has heard whispers, secrets of someone she thought was dead. Someone that is capable of reigniting her magic heart. She didn't tell anyone. She was the goddess of secrets, and she would keep this one. So what if the divine host was all destroyed by her sire? All she needs is just one magic powerful enough to strike her. Then they all won't matter anymore. Oh, fuck. So, bit obsessed much?
Yeah, so it should go without mention that all this intel is not directly available to everybody because, for example, like right there, Savia, that's all her internal monologue there. So obviously that kind of stuff would not be available to Deg to then be given to you guys. What you guys do know is the vague profiles of each of them along with their names and domains of who's coming. This is more just player aid for you guys to get a better understanding of each of these gods.
Okay. I want to look at the Morgan and say, your daughter? Question mark.
She shakes her head. Great granddaughter.
Great granddaughter.
Reagan's kind of looks over at Thea a little bit like, didn't you listen?
Well, remember, not all that information is directly available to you guys.
Thea's gonna say, are we able to convince your granddaughter to help us instead?
Absolutely not.
No.
Unfortunately, all of my descendants turned out self-centered, narcissistic, and cruel. She's no different.
Well, shit.
Yes or no. If you think the Fed will
Okay.
upgrade.
Well, nice. Good to know what we're dealing with here. Thank you for stepping in and giving us this information.
She then again smiles politely and says, I didn't step in.
Tomato
All of you
potato.
handled it.
Well, you came in at the end and gave us those little bracelet thingies, so kind of helped us out here.
Thank
She
you.
smiles politely and nods like, mm-hmm.
Beowulf will say thank you for giving us the way to subdue them.
Of course. Now, I trust they'll make use of them.
Yes. We will.
Reagan's kind of
The
looking at her like,
divines,
how?
how? All the other normal Honduran people, we got this, Regis. Do we? She would then nod and say, I wasn't going to give you guys much more information about the invading force, but considering what you've all done here, I suppose you've earned it. Even if it will instill some amount of anxiety. Over 500 ships, almost 90,000 angels, and roughly 150,000 paladins.
Jesus.
Beowulf is going to end up asking her about the letter that he was told about 1.55 billion, like, sea lift? Is that the divine?
1.55 billion pounds of sea lift, and yes, I sent it to you. I thought it'd be obvious by the blue ink.
I thought it was you, but
I thought it was you, but I don't like mystery. Can you sign her name next time? And also, I did send which Dracos will be accompanying the main force.
Yes, he did.
Oh.
And Winglock is at the top of the list.
Winglock, Solaris, Visithor, Cordium, Galacnor, Techion.
Well, the night one is not going to be there.
That's because Silmathor has a good chance of not fucking you guys up.
Fair enough. Well, fucking shit.
Regis is definitely going to be talking over all this in his head to Kamul and everything. Like, huh.
Beowulf's got to turn to Radius. Do you want better armor now and maybe a shield?
As Regis keeps talking to Kamul in his head, Dia's going to slowly look over and then cut off the telepathic link.
Thea is gonna look to Kevin and be like, yo, we fuck shit up. High five.
Kevin will then kind of rear up and kick your palm and then come back down and headbutt you like, yeah!
Yeah. We fuck shit up.
Yeah, no, to Beowulf's response, he will kind of look down at him, look at his lack of shield, or look down at myself, look at my lack of shield, and would honestly probably be really helpful.
Give me what you want, and if it's in reason, I'll get it made. Beowulf says tightly.
A shield made out of your foreskin.
Hey, yo! Dia then kind of rubs his brow and says, 90,000 fucking angels, okay.
Dang. Yeah, and I helped Gojira fight one, Mikael, and that was tough.
That was an archangel, blessed by a god. They'll accompany the main force, but they won't nearly be as numerous.
I got you.
What the bulk of the army will be made of is standardized angels. Still much stronger than your average paladin, but not an archangel.
Okay.
Yeah, Reagan's just kind of looking around like, I don't really have anything to gauge off of that. I don't know how strong they are, but I'm honestly too afraid to say anything.
Thea used to be a
Reagan's
paladin.
like, yes. Yes, Thea did used to be a paladin.
So, I mean, paladins are not really looked at by the gods more than just like cannon fodder.
Yeah, think of paladins as like the earliest stage of training to be a champion.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. And
But I just looked it up. A standard angel's strength is 15,000 to 32,000.
Damn, that's not strong at all.
Not compared to you guys, but think about 90,000 of them descending upon an army.
Yeah.
An army where 1,000-pound fucking deadlift is bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's Eddie Hall level people, and these are average.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, I mean, they're not like going to be a big threat for you guys, but the fact of the sheer volume of them, that's a lot.
And they will have some amount of divine titanium, I think.
All the Achilles' army is armed and armored in divine titanium.
So it will be harder for all men, even if they will use the bows, to actually get a clean shot to do damage.
I don't think your men currently possess a super metal weaponry that is capable of using divine titanium.
That I was talking about, if they didn't have the armor, there was a decent chance we could do damage. But with them having divine titanium, it's very unlikely we'll have any chance of doing damage with like arrows and stuff.
So what you got, and also keep in mind they can fly as well.
Yeah.
Did the claim bond work on the sword earlier? Because Reyes didn't know he could do that, and all he
No,
did.
you didn't do it right.
Blame you.
Yeah, you didn't do it right. Dia's gonna walk you through the steps and help you claim it.
Okay.
Okay, you now have a claim sword.
Does it feel any different? Does it do any different?
I mean,
was
you
gonna say-
feel a closer synergy to the blade, but it's not like you feel a drastic difference now.
But
I will.
Also, I know you guys need to be getting off here, so if you guys need to get off, like, jump off, guys. I looked at the
Yeah.
time like half an hour ago, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
We wanted to see through the finish.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect that, but like I said, if you guys need to get off, get off. I mean,
All right. Well, it was
I
fun.
mean, I'm all for it. Keep talking. It just is, I don't want you guys to stay up longer than you guys want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Regis take the Morgul blade out, stow it in his backpack, and because I've got back scabbards. I don't quite have Froggers, do I?
You do have Froggers, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, because I did make the change when I got my new armor. I'll put my Adamantium steel sword in my Frogger, and
Talk to you later, Dakota.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
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 See ya.